Oh man, I just went live. You'll have to air that out.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late. It's too late.
Hey, Doug. I was 10 steps ahead of you, Doug.
Bro, that was wild. That was wild, bro. So what I like to do is like when I see a conversation is going naturally, I just like airing it out because I don't like that. You know, like when you about to set something up, you got that awkward moment. You feel me? I just wasn't having it, but we don't have to air that out. Well, me and J-Rob are from Jersey. I'm actually in Jersey right now, so that's fire.
Shout out to the great state, man.
Can you curse? Can you curse on here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I fucks with Jersey. I like Jersey.
yeah.
It's H-Town all day, every day, though. Do not get it twisted.
Oh, you said H-Town?
Yeah. No El Paso.
Hey, no. I rep Texas, but I'm not saying you, Dante, but most people I meet from Houston swear Houston got the best everything. I'm like, y'all cool, but you know,
we do.
We do. I'm not going front. I'm gonna
tell you what I give y'all. I give Jersey. Y'all got better golf courses than Houston.
Oh, facts.
And we got bagels and bodegas. You feel me? In the short.
You know, a lot of people from Jersey, New York, they moved to Texas, so we got bagels and delicatessens and all that in the H too, because you know the Jewish people come.
But is it on the same level though as New Jersey? You gotta be honest. Don't count for
it's not.
No.
Okay. I'm about to say. Okay. Come on, don't do that to me though.
I'm gonna give y'all the pizza and the bagels and the golf.
Yes.
That man started flexing behind that pizza.
Yes, I'm flexing about that pizza. I live in Seattle now. It's hard to come by good pizza.
Dub, you on mute?
Man.
Yeah, Dub, I think you're muted.
Yeah, you go.
Trent. Yo, I seen something you had said about Travis Kelce not being a top 3 tight end.
No, that was Trey. Trey,
my bad. I got y'all.
Trey, you gotta flip that, bro. That's Trey. That's Trey. That ain't me.
What you smoking on, man?
What I'm smoking on?
Who the top 3? Give me your top 3 then.
That's test.
Yeah, it's good though.
Trey.
Were you having problems with your mic too? Because I couldn't hear a damn thing until I just.
My mic is bad.
For his horrible take. That's the first thing I heard. So
that's crazy.
Trey, name the 3, bro.
Yeah,
Trey, you're tripping with that. You're tripping with that Travis Kelce take.
Give me your top 3.
Wrong. Tony G, Shannon Sharp.
Nope.
No.
No. Hey, I love Tony G. That's my teammate. That's my brother. But he looked like he was running in sand, dog. Like he the best catching tight end. He the best catching tight end. I give you that. Tony G might be the best. He probably got the best, contested catches, hands, but no yaks. He ain't giving you no yaks. His routes be
Of those 3, your issues with Tony G?
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yo, Fluent, this is crazy.
This is
crazy. This is as honest as it gets. This is as honest as it gets.
Hey, give me Kelce over TG because I feel like Kelce can do more. I think his route running is better. I think his jacks, his after catch is better. I think TG, yes, solid hands. Like you throw it up. The reason he was always making contested catches, is because he can't break away. He had no real speed, and he really his route was okay. It was all right. He was all right. But Kelce looks filthy out there with his route running. Like it looks like a back.
Can I ask you something, Dante?
Wow.
Can I ask you?
Who's your every day?
Who's your goat?
Every day.
Who's your GOAT tight end or your top 3 tight ends then?
Gronk.
Because
Gronk can do it all. Gronk can do it all. To be that damn big. He's good in the red zone. He's good after catch. He's good route running, hands, everything. Like blocking, he can do it all. Gronk is the GOAT. And I'm gonna go my second. Kelce's on his way to being second. I got Kelce at 3 right now. Y'all forget about Kellen Winslow Sr., bro. You better go do your homework. But, hey, this offense we see it now.
Hey, G, baby, I can't.
Let him spin.
We do forget about him. It's true. We do forget about him. We do.
You know what? Hey, this is what's gonna happen. Don Coryell is going into the Hall of Fame this weekend. So you're gonna see a lot of highlights from, they call it Air Coryell. This is in the 70s, bro, 70s, 80s. So what we seeing the Chiefs do, what we seen the Rams do, the greatest show on turf. Imagine that offenses that we're seeing in the 2000s. Imagine watching that in the 70s and the 80s.
That's fair. Okay.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and no disrespect to him. But to have him over Kelsey, I don't even got him over Uncle Shay. Like,
I don't even got him over Uncle Shay. Yeah, he's not even better.
Like, and then Antonio Gates, you ain't even mention him.
Now I give you that. Gates was a beast.
No Jimmy Graham love. No Jimmy Graham love.
Not all time.
Jimmy Graham, no.
Oh, well, okay. So that's what I wanted to ask, because you brought up like when we were talking about Tony G, you brought up like Yak and stuff, how he doesn't do that, which is why you think Kelsey better. So just ability, not all-time accomplishments and all that, it was just ability. Do you feel the same way regarding George Kittle as well? With the Yak ability,
part of my thing is this: George Kittle is a beast, and he's a Yak. Kittle always hurt, bro. Tell me I'm lying.
Okay,
true.
Right. I told you that.
I
told you that.
Is your availability, and that's another check mark.
Yeah, that's that old school.
Sounds so familiar.
Boom.
That's that old school. Right?
Boom.
This dude is always available.
Boom. Listen to your OG.
You're
Man.
more fluent.
Listen to your OG, Trent. He's spitting to you right now.
And if we're talking tight ends, let me just say Mike Ditka. Then move
So
on.
yeah,
We see the Bears.
All right.
In the 70s and 80s, he had 1,000 yards in 1961.
Yeah,
It was a beast. It was a
Imagine.
beast. He's in the conversation, but I'm gonna go.
Saying,
I'm
we
gonna go
gotta
some of
give-
these other guys. That's a good one though. Whoever said Antonio Gates. That's a good one.
Look, all I'm saying when it comes to Shannon Sharp specifically is this.
my bad.
A lot of the dudes that exist in the NFL now, quiet as kept, Trent, the reason why you were able to play tight end in high school is because Shannon Sharp paved the way for people like you.
I agree.
For him to be able to do what he did at that point in time in the NFL, while basically being the same size as Julio Jones.
I would say only like 6'2", 6'3". Yeah, not that tall.
To me. Like, he don't get enough credit. Like, he's the godfather of the H, man. Like,
I think Trey,
That's
I
a
think he
fact,
got
though.
enough credit. He does have a yellow jacket. How much credit?
What else do we need? What else do we need?
I think he gets enough credits that there's just been so many times that just came after him. It's like, bro, we just got the conversation, bro. Like, is
Yo,
Tony G or Antonio Gates?
Tony?
I'm asking Dante. I'm asking Dante.
Yes,
real quick. I want to see how nasty you're gonna get. I want to see how nasty you're gonna get.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Because I was teammates with Tony G, an absolute beast. But I also had to watch on the sideline as Antonio Gates ate our defense up. And they're so different in how they go about their business, man. That's like, that's like picking your favorite skill, to be honest. That's being truthful. I'm not gonna be biased. Tony G was a beast, but so was Antonio Gates, man. So was Antonio Gates. So,
can I ask you a question? I was going to ask about, do you think Devin Hester deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
yes, should have been first ballot.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I just want to ask. I just want to hear your opinion on it.
He was on the ballot last year, and I'm thinking, they don't really let special teamers in anyway. But if one guy has the resume to go in, is Devin Hester, and he should have been first ballot. I think eventually he will get in. But I was disappointed not to see him go first ballot because, in my opinion, I think at the position throughout the history, he set himself away from everybody else. Trust me, dog. I did it. You got 20 returns. That is absolute. Because the thing people don't realize, once you catch fire, now they starting to do all kind of angle kicks, kick to the sideline. So it becomes even harder. And he became even better after. So I'm like, what more can a returner, a special teamer do than what he did?
And you know what? What he did isn't going to change. It's not like his stats are changing. His game isn't changing. It's the same. So when you say stuff like he'll eventually get in, That drives me crazy because he's still the same dude. And you're a dude that scored what, 6 on kickoffs, 6 on punts. So you know what you're talking about. And that drives me nuts. And that's actually brings up my question. So I'm glad you asked that, J-Rob.
Yes.
Do you think they're eliminating the specialty, the kick returners, the punt returners, their ability
they can't eliminate it because now you're just going to change the whole structure of how football is played. So they're not eliminated, but they are definitely phasing it out, if that makes sense. And I was fortunate about 2 years ago at the draft in Nashville. Roger Goodell, they allowed former players to like sit down and just, chop it up. What do you guys think? And just pick our brains. We could pick his brains. Long story short, I was able to just ask him, like, pretty much what's going on? Why are you guys seeming like you're trying to get rid of the return man? And his answer, it made sense. I didn't like it, but it made sense. Basically, through their research, they figured out that the majority of concussions comes from kickoffs and special teams.
Yeah.
So that's why they're making the rules, pushing the kickoff yardage to the 35-yard line and no wedges and all these different rules, because that's where they realized and pointed out that the majority of concussions came from that.
Well, and I actually heard they're trying to adopt the XFL's rules. They were thinking about using the XFL's rules for the kickoff return because how they do it is.
Yeah, and when I say eliminate, right, the phasing
the standard. You mean like the standard?
I feel like they're using safety as an excuse. I don't like the answer either. I see what you're saying. Like I get it, but at the same time, I don't like it. Like because obviously as a Bears fan, right? I watched a lot of Devin Hester. The ability to change the entire course of a game, the momentum of a game, that year Devin Hester in 2006, that was the Bears offense. He carried them to a Super Bowl. A kick returner carried them to a Super Bowl. That's nuts.
And then he became the GOAT when he took the opening kickoff in the ridiculous.
So sorry, J-Rob was saying the XFL rule. My apologies.
I think they started like the 35, and it's like the kickoff unit and then the return unit, and they're like literally lined up in front of each other like the 35, and then the kicker is at like the 50. He kicks it off, and it doesn't start until the returner possesses the ball, and then that's when the play starts.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So for everyone that doesn't know in the chat and you're a casual out there, our special guest right here is Dante Hall. If you're not familiar with him, just go on YouTube and just look up the best kick returning highlights in NFL history. He's going to be up there for sure. And it's actually getting me to my question, right? Dante, you are a fiend when it comes to kick returning, the way you could change directions and everything. So it's crazy the way that you were able to dominate that way. No problem. I want to understand, like, how did you get that vision? How did you understand the game where you could see that hole to be able to get those big chunk yardage to a TD or 30 or 40 yards?
Man, I think two things. Just growing up in Texas, football is a religion where I'm from. I feel like up here on the East Coast, basketball is a religion. Mm-hmm. You go over to the Dominican Republic, baseball is a religion. You know what I mean? Like every place has sports that they love, but there's one sport that sticks out. So I think growing up in Texas, iron sharpens iron. Played against some of the best. So just going up through high school football, Texas college football, all of that, kids I played with, I think that grew me early on. And then I think the second thing is I always played running back. Returning kicks was like an extra thing I did. I always was a starting tailback at every level that I played until I got in the league. And when you getting hit by D tackles, like for instance, I played right? You know who the D tackle was for Texas? Casey Hampton. John Rogers.
Oh my gosh!
Go look at those D tackles.
Like 600 pounds combined.
Yeah, I was like, that's easily 600 pounds, bro.
And they were beasts. John Rogers, go look him up for the Detroit Lions first round draft pick. Casey Hampton won like two or three Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Absolute beast. So those were the kind of guys that I'm dotting the I, going through, getting hit, having to find a lane. You get back there returning kicks, it becomes way easier. You got so much more field to work with opposed to trying to find the A gap, B gap, C gap. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just think those two things really helped me in my return game.
That's fire. That's a fire. Now, I'm glad you answered that. Another question I want to ask before we get on to the other topics of the show. You mentioned Tony Gonzalez. I want to mention two other guys that you play with because I feel as if these guys get underrated and forgotten about mainly because their primes and peaks were cut short. Larry Johnson and Priest Holmes, right? So how good were those guys? Because you were a part of that crew about those guys. I think Priest Holmes and Larry Johnson both had like 400 carries in one season. 1,700 yards back-to-back seasons for Larry Johnson. I don't remember for Priest Holmes. How good were those guys, and how do you feel that the NFL just forgotten about them as running backs?
They were really good. They were good in different ways. I'll say that first. I think they both benefited from a crazy offensive line. I think we had 3 Hall of Famers on that offensive line when they were running. So they both benefited from that. Let's get that out the way up top. Priest could make something out of nothing, right? Yeah. He could make people miss, shake them, had unbelievable vision, great hands, great screen runner. So he was good in that way. Kind of reminded me of like a Marshall Faulk, right? Larry Johnson, you had to get him going. Like, he's not going to make 2 or 3 people miss in the backfield, but if you get him going and you get him through that line, now he's going to, break tackles just by his physical nature. I'm picking Priest all day, every day, twice on Sunday, because he can do a lot more. He can do more with less, but they both were great. And, that's just what we do in sports, man. Like, when I got to the league, I didn't know who a lot of the greats were. All these Chiefs people that's up on the Chiefs Ring of Honor. You got to go back and do your research. People like who they like in their era. So I just think if you're a true fan, you'll recognize, who was what back in the day. You'll do your research.
And Dub, I got to jump in quick to say, because Dub said, if you don't know who this is, go look it up. No, don't look it up right now. Watch the show, and then after the show, go look it up. And all you got to do is know this: if they call him the human joystick, and we used to say, "Don't kick the ball to Dante Hall," you don't even need to.
What you know about that?
You don't know how old I am, so trust me. You don't even need.
Pretty old.
You don't need pretty old. You don't need to see highlights. That's enough. You can go research it after the fact. But I did want one. I know you got topics, Dub, but he was a running back in college, right? So we got to ask the question because he brought up offensive lines and how easier it is run. Who's the go running back?
Ooh. That's a debate people don't talk about a lot.
We do.
I was like, we do.
Barry.
Man, don't.
Barry is definitely first came to my mind. Influence him.
Who was it, Dante?
Oh man, come back to me on that.
All right. I'm saying, you know where I'm going, but
they're trying to bait it inside him, man. Let him go.
You from Chicago? Who's from Chicago?
Relax.
I'm a Bears fan, so
sweetness all day.
Yeah, you know where my heart lies.
Fellas, we got a couple super chats. Welcome, Bama. Welcome to Gridiron Brothers. Good seeing you. Broncos winning 12 games, and if you don't agree, you a hater from DR.
Yes, I'm a hater. Yes, I'm hating.
Devin Hester was playing on rookie mode.
Definitely was.
100 speed on Madden. Different.
Facts. So one of the first things I do want to talk about is Jonathan Taylor did request for a trade from the Colts. It's kind of abruptly and weird. I don't understand why he chose this moment in time to do that. But is he even going to get traded, and how does this affect AR-15? I know G-Baby wants to sit here and try to criticize him for that. So, G-Baby, I want to hear what you got to say about this. I don't think JT's going, though. I don't think they could even trade him.
I mean, they can. It's how many weeks is it before preseason? You know what I mean? Like 2? Like
next week, I think Thursday.
Or the Hall of Fame game is soon. Thursday. So so it's late in the season, but a lot of teams, I think they'll be all right.
On their rookie contract though. Has somebody ever got traded on their rookie contract? That'd be crazy if he got traded.
The wide receiver for what's his name who played for the Chiefs right now? He's in the first round. Tony. He got traded on his rookie.
Because he was a problem child.
That is true.
That is true.
I mean, he did fake an injury to get out of there, and then all of a sudden he was healthy.
But hold on,
my coach used to tell me if your talent outweigh your attitude, you might just
production.
But your
Yeah,
question
that's-
is why did he ask for it?
Yeah, man.
Tolerance and the talent got to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Balance
exactly.
that out.
Ask Antonio. Ask him. Steelers.
Antonio Brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
But-
Mike Tomlin.
yeah. But didn't he ask for the trade because Irsay had said something negative about him?
Bam. No,
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong.
no. You're kind of on the right track. This is what I think happened. The whole conversation around Saquon and all the running backs had the Zoom, right? If you're paying attention, it was after he went and met, because Irsay, after those guys were having a conversation and those guys were in the media being spoken about, Irsay then tweeted something about, these guys need to, act in good faith and yada, yada, yada. It's a privilege and everything he said. Then I think what happened, Jonathan Taylor went to speak with him on a team bus or on Irsay's bus in camp. And that meeting did not go well. And he came out of that meeting demanding a trade, because I think he realized at that point, like, our owner, like, I don't want to play for this guy. That's what I think. The meeting, he got something about the energy, something else he said, something happened in that meeting. And he just
it had to be out of what's that word called? It's like out of like, it's like a reaction towards something, impulse. It had to be something out of impulse, because it just, even from a mindset standpoint, from like try to win the team over standpoint, like, it just doesn't make sense to me that he would just want out, especially on a year where this is his last year of his contract, right?
Yeah.
But hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you feel like the owner of your franchise doesn't have a respect for you or your position, and he's tweeting out negative stuff, like, I get it. How old is Jonathan Taylor?
He's only been in the league 3 years, so he got to be less than 25, right?
He's 23, 24 years old. So yeah, I could see him impulsively being like, "Well, you don't like running backs, then I'm out." I could see that. I probably would have done it. I get it.
And I think especially with everything going on and how the market, I mean, like Bijan ain't played a snap. Top 5 highest paid running backs in the league. Jonathan Taylor, we know what he's done when he's healthy. And we see it with Saquon. Derrick Henry got his money, but like we see it with these other guys, they feel like, especially when they're getting used, they're carrying your offensive load, and they not getting paid like they carrying their offensive load.
Well, I think
it was always bubbling up underneath, and then that meeting that he had with Irsay was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back.
I think Bijan is the highest paid.
I think
he's the highest paid running back.
I think he's the highest paid running back.
I think he's number one, which is crazy. A rookie being the highest paid at any position.
Yeah, that was crazy, because I was looking, because I thought it was Derrick Henry, and y'all right, bro. It is that is wild, bro. Like,
and I'm not saying he's not going, and I think we all think he's going to be phenomenal. But
but he ain't playing a snap
I
yet.
think he's generational. You know,
No, I think he's generational too, though. Yeah, I think he's generational too. I think he's that good too.
Generational.
Crazy.
Literally.
But the thing with that Jonathan Taylor thing, two things. One, if they do trade him, they can't just trade him anyway, because the Colts would have to give up assets. They have to give up like a couple of draft assets. And yes, he was a beast, but for 1 year. I want the running backs to get paid. I want everybody to get their paid, but he was okay. I'll give you a year and a half.
It was really 2, to be honest. He just got hurt. Because his rookie year, he got like 1,600. Then the next year, followed it up with 18.
Availability,
and then the third year, he just got hurt.
G baby, we went over.
Yeah, no, you're right, Fluid. But it's the first time you got hurt, though. Like, it was the first time. Like, if it was 2 or 3, I give you that. But it was the first time. You guys
brought up Derrick Henry. You know about Derrick Henry got paid? So I don't think these guys realize, yes, you can beat a workload, but is that workload translating into wins? See, Derrick Henry, he got paid because they were working him and they were making it to the AFC Championship, making it to the playoffs with a subpar quarterback. So I think if guys like Saquon, if guys like JT, who else is trying to get paid? Dalvin Cook, all these guys, your production has to lead to wins and success. Then you'll get paid.
Okay, so I hear
Dante, don't say that. These boys don't like that right there. They think that wins. They think that wins.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Game.
Wait, Dante. Yes. Wait, Dante. Can we ask you a question? Since you're here and you play in the league, let's ask you this question. I'm with Bama. Fluent is with me on this. We've been debating this for a while now. Is winning a quarterback stat?
I don't get the question.
Is winning football games a quarterback stat? Like, is that relying on does that matter for quarterbacks? Does winning matter
when you're comparing quarterbacks? Do you look at who won more?
Yeah.
Yes, who doesn't?
These guys. So Dante, this man J-Rob is being nasty.
These guys.
Because we have all said that when we're comparing quarterbacks, yes, if you have quarterbacks, same talent, same level, you got to look at the winning. That's why Brady's won. You know, that's why some of these quarterbacks that probably should be higher aren't, because they didn't win. We've all acknowledged that. However, all we have done, the ones that have opposed J-Rob, is we've looked at, especially when we're talking about specific guys, we've looked at, okay, why did they lose? Was it his fault? Did he do everything he needed? And the defense just, like, I remember we was talking about Herbert, and it was a game, I don't know if it was the 49ers or what.
The Chiefs game.
When
they drove a 2-minute drive and they had like 1 minute left and Mahomes scored down at the game when it felt.
Yeah, Mahomes scored with like a minute left, 50-something
minute 20 left. Or some stuff.
Yeah, and we were mad at Herbert about that. When literally Herbert before he led a 5-minute drive, scored. Mahomes just did his thing. Like we can't
talk about the playoff game when you talking about he was. Yo, talk about the pick six or the playoff game. Let's talk about those
13 seconds.
I remember when Josh Allen scored with 13 seconds left and Mahomes found a way to go get it done.
It didn't matter.
Yeah. Ain't no excuses, man. Figure it out.
That's disgusting.
Wait. Okay, so Dante, hold up. Dante, there's two things with that. Because with the specifically with Josh Allen did everything he needed to do. We thought snap, he just won the game, 13 seconds left.
He didn't
get the ball back, and the defense sold. I'm not looking at that game like that's on Josh Allen. However, Trent knows this. I've been on the wave. Hey, Herbert, you was up 27-0 going into that last drive before half. You better figure it out. So those are two different things, though. If I ask my quarterback with 1:30 to go down and score, and I do that with 13 seconds left, anybody else other than Mahomes, you're winning that football game. But Mahomes just, they had all these timeouts. They did great. Shout out to Mahomes in there. And if Josh Allen would have got the ball in overtime even and folded, okay, cool. He ain't touched the ball again. I'm not going to look at Josh Allen and be like, that's on
the entire quarterback resume. So, yes, Josh Allen did his thing that game, that year. What about last year in the playoffs?
Okay, yeah. He was not good at all. And I've criticized him.
You start looking at the whole body of work, like Herbert, you've had enough time to put your stamp on the team, find a way. Everyone thought last year the Chiefs, no way they're going to fall off because of Tyreek Hill. This dude had a bunch of, hand-me-down receivers and won the chip. He found a way. So you got to look at the whole body of work and look what other guys are doing. Like even we talk about Tom Brady.
So crazy.
Without he did Randy Moss, but without that, he made other guys great. Wes Walker and Damon Amendola. Like when you're that guy, you raise regular people up. So I was a slot receiver, never played receiver in my life with the Chiefs. And I was the third receiver on an offense that was top 5 in the league because our quarterback was that good. He was a Pro Bowler, and Tony playing on the side of Tony Gonzalez. He's getting all the attention. It allowed me to be wide open, do my thing, yada, yada, yada. So when you're that guy, you're going to raise the play of everybody away. So, yes, wins matter.
The thing I severely disagree with is you keep bringing up names. I actually talked to Fluent about this. It's the Mahomes and Brady effect, right? Mm-hmm. I think we are so hypnotized by how transcendent these guys are and their ability to elevate the team around them where that doesn't happen. Like, that's not regular, right? The only time where I've really seen that is guys like Brady and Mahomes, where the talent around them isn't that great.
Joe Burrow got it.
Joe Burrow had a good squad.
No, sir.
Talk to him. Talk to him, Dante. Talk to him.
Nah, Joe Burrow's not.
Joe Burrow had Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon.
Wait.
Bro, we're not
With
going
a bad
And
O
that
line,
defense,
with
and that
a
de-
terrible
and that defense-
O line, and
that
a
defense
average
played
middle
well.
of the pack.
Yeah, we're
Middle
not.
of the pack.
But they
With
played
a
really
middle
good
of
in
the
playoffs,
pack,
though,
and
J-Rob.
then
We're not-
with a middle of
Okay.
a with a middle
We're
of
not
the
acting like
pack
Joe
D
Burrow, this
and
crazy
a
playoff
bad
performance,
O
bro.
line. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
let's
literally
not
You
talk
got
about all the
sacked.
atrocious that over with.
Nobody
Joe
wants to talk
Burrow
about
probably
Joe Burrow getting sacked more than any other quarterback.
One at a time. One at a
Yeah,
time.
one at a time. See, Dante, look at what you
I
just
found
did.
out.
I'm sorry. Real quick. The reason why I don't like that, Dante, is because Joe Burrow possibly has a top 3, top 4 wide receiver 2, and the best wide receiver 3. Like a top.
I don't know what this is, but
no, but like
T. Higgins or Boyd or those other guys, would they be okay? Jamar Chase, yes, but would they be as good with another quarterback?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes.
I'm not just saying that. That's crazy that y'all can just sit there and
was
defend
Tyler Boyd not?
Wait,
Was Tyler
wait.
Boyd not being Tyler Boyd? I
was about to say, wait, let me get in on this. So Tyler Boyd has been Tyler Boyd his entire career. With Andy Dalton, with AJ McCarron, it did not matter. He is always Mr. Dependable. T. Higgins.
How many games did they win?
Come on, you really want to do that for a receiver?
Yeah.
No.
But
They were losing games with Joe Burrow too before Jamar Chase.
We're talking about a receiver.
Hold on.
Wait, everyone slow down. Fluent, unfortunately, for the Bengals and for Tyler Boyd, he's not talented enough as a receiver for him to move the needle like that, which is why they kept drafting guys like T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, etc.
Right. So what my point was, Boyd might be getting stats. T. Higgins may have gotten stats. Jamar Chase, we know would have. But Joe Burrow is, and most quarterbacks are, the linchpin that brings those together and turns those talented players and into a winning team, even without an offensive line when he's running for his life. So could any quarterback do that? I think the answer is no. And I think
a good amount of them.
No, you can't.
Everybody, I think if you have Jamar Chase,
that's not true. That's not true.
What about Derek Carr? What about
one
person at a time? One person at a time, please. Everybody's yelling right now.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead,
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Anybody in that top
Dante,
10,
I'll blame you for this.
Can just hard.
Let me try to put a little water on the fire. Let me say this. Any quarterback throughout history probably had a Hall of Fame receiver as well. Every quarterback had a great one. So you can't go by, oh, he has this guy. Everyone has a guy. It goes hand in hand. So that's number one. You can't, that argument, you're going to lose that with everybody.
Matthew Stafford had Calvin Johnson. Did they win?
Now,
that's so disgusting.
That's not nasty.
Let you rock though.
Okay. What about Derek Carr? What about Derek Carr?
On that fire, Dante.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, the leading rusher in all of football.
Yeah, Derek Carr was stinky though.
You got a Max Crosby on the other side.
I mean, their defense was trash.
You're making our point, Trent.
But I mean, actually, this Trent though. If you switch, let's just say you switch Derek Carr with. I'm not even going to say Mahomes. If you say, all right, okay.
Joe Burrow.
Let's go Joe Burrow. They be a better team.
Yes.
Let's go Lamar Jackson. They switch with Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson, they are better.
Yes.
Top 5
in the ring.
Top 5 quarterbacks.
But you just said, Trent, you just admitted that their defense is whack.
I'm talking about for the Raiders or the Bengals?
No, he's talking
about. If you take Derek Carr out from the Raiders, and if you put in Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson in that position,
yeah, but because they're way better than Derek Carr.
And they're not going to have a good defense.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they're way better than Derek Carr. So, yeah, I can understand that.
Those are top 5
Those are top 5 quarterbacks.
What I'm saying is not just anybody can go in and be great in that position.
We're talking about, like, we're not talking about, like...
Trent. This is the point. Kirk Cousins, look at the receivers and running backs he had. And you would say he's at least top 15, right?
Yes.
So that's the separator between those elite quarterbacks like Burrow, Mahomes, etc., and those other guys is that he had all the talent. You're not saying if he wins, if you put Joe Burrow on the Vikings, they had a defense too. They had a running back, they had wide receivers.
What a defense.
If they want, Minnesota's defense was not bad. Come on.
Garbage. Doodle.
It was
Fabricio. Defense is trash.
5 years.
Hold on, hold on.
The last one.
Last year they weren't good.
Y'all
Last
shit on Daniel Jones every single time.
Trent, do not start this Danny Jones.
I'm just saying they're trash. No, I'm saying, Gerard, we know how y'all treat about Daniel Jones. He went for 300 yards, almost rushed for 100 yards.
But Trent, y'all completely take McCoy out of context.
Joe Burrow was on Minnesota. And they won. Would you say it was because of the wide receivers and the running back, or would you say, "Oh, yeah, it's because he's great"?
I would say, hold on, come on. The reason why me and G Baby rose up
entirely. The reason he has all that.
The reason why me and G Baby rose up when Dante said Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow is not this crazy player performer. He's an overrated player performer. Is my point. Like people gas his playoff performance and act like he's
overrated. He's not a playoff on national TV like that.
Who's the overrated?
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, hey, J-Rock,
you just hot takes now.
If we go back to
one person at a time, please.
All right, my bad.
Please. It's cool.
Okay, well, let's ask the two guys that got all open arms. If not Joe Burrow, then who?
No, all we were saying is that because I believe we were talking about like raising the level of your receiver play. And we're not saying Joe Burrow is trash. He's top 5, top 3 even. That's perfectly fine. Joe Burrow is like that. Whatever y'all want to put him, that's fine. Joe Burrow is like that. However, when we talk about elevating these guys and all that, we're comparing him obviously to guys in his same tier. Because I'm not going to compare Joe Burrow to like Geno Smith or something because Joe Burrow clears him. So when I'm talking about guys in his same tier, a lot of them dudes would do the exact same thing Joe Burrow's doing, just like Joe Burrow would do a lot of the same thing. The only person that's in a tier of its own that would elevate everybody else is Patrick Mahomes. Because I saw Patrick Mahomes with Juju and Marvez Valdez-Scantling.
You're lying.
Beat that elite defense.
You're lying. I'm going to tell you.
Y'all sit here and steal the flow just a lie and sound like niggas that don't.
How am I lying?
Who else?
Y'all sound like a bunch of niggas that just sit up there and don't watch football and watch the box score at the end. Be like, hey man, I watched the game, bro. Right here, he had 74 first downs and all that shit. Nah, man. When you put that game on, I'm gonna bring it back to the point. This is what Dante talking about, and this is what we talking about. J-Rob, folks like us. So when you talk about these good quarterbacks, you lying, bro. Talking about any quarterback can get up there and do what they doing with the weapons they have. No, in crucial points where you need to win a game, Joe Burrow is gonna throw a dot. I can't promise you that everybody in the league is going to do that in a time where we need. I'm talking about, bro, you ever been on the sideline, bro, and you nervous, bro? Like, you really nervous out there, bro. Like, man, I don't know if we going to win this, bro. And your quarterback get up there, bro. He look like somebody you ain't never seen before. For real. You like somebody you ain't never seen before,
can I ask you a question? Wait. Can I follow up before your question? Wait, let me follow up before his question.
So I want to say this also because they finna ask a dumb question. Here go your question right here. Both of them 6'6", 230 pounds, and they both run a nice little 40, and they both got long hair, and all the ladies love them. We saw it when they both played each other in the playoffs. When it came down the stretch, that dude everybody loved, Herbert, he started doing dumb shit, started throwing cluck shit out there. But guess
why are you lying? Wait, why are you lying? That didn't happen. Why are you lying? That didn't happen. Why are you lying?
On Saturday.
You're lying with 200 people in this stream.
Man, but speak close to the mic.
You're lying bad.
I'm sorry. So I just want to. So yeah, can I ask the question because
he's cooking, yo? I'm not gonna lie. He is cooking, yo.
No. Hold on. Because again, I'm gonna bring it back to this point. We are comparing quarterbacks in his same tier. So Bama, I'm gonna specifically ask you since you're the one that wanted to pop off. If Lamar Jackson was on the Bengals instead of Joe Burrow, can Lamar Jackson get them to the same spot?
You right. Them the five cock.
Okay. Can
Burrow, I'm gonna tell you again. Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Watson, and Lawrence. Them my 5 interchangeables. If you got them on your team, you doing mighty fine right now.
If Jalen Hurts was on the Bengals, can he do this? Can he get him to the same spot?
I don't think so. Not if
I don't think
he's
so,
facing them
actually.
5
Oh
quarterbacks I
my
just named.
God.
Hold on, time out. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Can I
Not
give
if
a
he's
point?
facing one of them 5 quarterbacks I named.
Feel me,
Hold on,
bro.
stop doing that jump.
I love
Sit down, Trent. Don't do that jumping. Don't do that jumping.
Go ahead, J. Rob. Go
You
ahead,
sat
J.
here
Rob.
and called Joe Burrow overrated player performer, which is insanity. But I don't care to talk about that because that is just that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can. I mean, we can talk
But I'm
about
gonna
it.
I'm gonna tell you why anybody could not have done what Joe Burrow has done in his career. What's the one thing that's been the biggest thing about Joe Burrow since he's been with the Bengals? He's been one of the most, if not outside of this season that just passed, the most sacked quarterback in the league. Nobody, not just anybody's going to a situation where they're going to be the most sacked quarterback in football and produce and go to a Super Bowl the way he has. To sit here and say anybody could just go in and do that, that's not true.
So
that is literally a testament to who Joe Burrow is as a quarterback.
But
So
we're not saying anybody.
We're not saying anybody.
We're not saying anybody. We're saying people in his team.
I don't think Justin Herbert's doing that.
Baby,
Justin Herbert's not doing that. I don't think.
I just asked Lamar. I just asked about Lamar. I asked Lamar Jackson.
Guys that are in the
Aaron
same
Rodgers,
tier.
like,
Hold
come on, bro.
Hold on. G baby.
Yeah,
You said there's like 10 guys. So please name those.
No. I said no.
No.
I'm
That's
about
what you
to-
said. Name me
know. I'm about to
guys,
tell
name me the 10 guys that could go into Cincinnati and take that team to the Super Bowl like Joe Burrow did. Go.
I said the 10. I
Okay,
said the
fine,
top
cheer,
10
fine. Go do what Joe Burrow
quarterbacks. I
did.
said
Go.
the top 10 quarterbacks.
He said 10. He said 10.
Fluent, and I'm trying to tell you because when I said that, I was referencing the fact that those top 10 quarterbacks, if you give them elite weapons, not maybe the exact same ones, but if you give them elite weapons, I believe those top 10 quarterbacks can get you to a Super Bowl.
So give me the 10 that can replace Burrow with that talent and get them to a Super Bowl.
With them weapons?
Drop the names.
I can give you the name. I mean, the top 10.
Go ahead.
And remember, and being sacked more than any other quarterback in the NFL. Go.
I believe Mahomes can do it. I believe Aaron Rodgers can still do it. Josh Allen can still do it.
Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
Let him finish. We already know Aaron Rodgers couldn't do it with. But anyways, go ahead.
Let him finish, Flu. Let him cook. Whatever you do.
I believe Lamar Jackson can do it. I believe Herbert. Everybody in the top 10. Who else you want me to name? Well, I'm sorry. Trevor Lawrence ain't shown me yet because he's not there yet. He's on the way though. I believe a prime Deshaun Watson. If you gave a healthy Deshaun Watson, Jamar Chase, and T Higgins, he going to the chip. I don't care. He's going to the chip.
You're not getting a healthy Lamar Jackson. You're getting a healthy Deshaun Watson.
You've seen Aaron Rodgers with weapons before. What are you talking about?
Do it.
You've seen him with weapons before. What are you talking about?
Are you only
he has
talking
the
about
best
that
receiver.
Are you only talking about that San Fran game?
He has a top 10. He has a top 10.
But
you're only talking about the San Fran game, right?
J-Rob, let me get in
him with a defense. What are you two talking about?
Are you only talking about the San Fran game though, Gerald? Because there's games this year where Joe Burrow has won, and it wasn't because of Joe Burrow. They almost lost to Tyler Huntley. You're not gonna act like he's not gonna act like
I'm not gonna hold it. Aaron Rodgers.
Look at the Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing Aaron Rodgers.
Everybody chill out.
I'm not arguing Aaron Rodgers. My main point is we act like Joe Burrow has no playoff does. Like he's this crazy playoff performer. Like,
bro, the only reason he won that Tennessee game is because Ryan Tannehill threw a double coverage.
He threw like 4 picks in one game.
He's doing double coverage like a dumbass.
Let me get in and say this.
And then y'all gonna tell me Joe Burrow was all this magnificent against the Raiders, bro? Like,
he played one good game versus what's named the Bills,
and then he had a great second half. Second half. Shout out to him.
Hold on. Go ahead, Dante.
I think Bellman hit it on the head, and I think what you guys, G Baby and Trent, what you're saying is not wrong. It's just not complete. Baby, what he said was complete. I think what Baby and Trent is saying, Burrow, you guys think he's not special, and any other quarterback can do what he's doing with those weapons. You might be right, but what Bama said is what separates everybody. The moment, the it factor. I have seen Joe Burrow do it in LSU. I have seen him do it with the. Trust me, I've seen him play my Chiefs twice in the NFC. He is that dude because in moments, yes, every quarterback might lose or every quarterback might win despite of what they did. But I'm talking about overall big resume. Some guys got it and some guys don't. You brought up Aaron Rodgers. I've seen him at home with the game on the line, and he not get it done year after year after year. Call it what you want. He didn't have these weapons. I've seen Mahomes, like my man said, he went and got a chip with Juju and Marvin Scantling. Aaron Rodgers had Randall Cobb, one of the best all-time slot receivers. He had Devontae Adams, a home game with the ball in his hand, didn't get it done. So in 17 years, that man's been to one championship. And he's had multiple times to go. I think Bama hit it on the head. Yes, all these quarterbacks are good. But that moment, what you gonna do in the moment?
I'm trying to drag in Joe Burrow in the moment.
Wait. Let me get in on this because I see both sides of it. I don't fully disagree with you, and I also don't fully disagree with you because Bama's right. The thing that separates Joe Burrow and the thing that keeps him afloat, this narrative about him, is the fact that if you go back and turn on the tape, when they like the critical downs, the third down, it's 4th and 2, it's in the red zone, he is on point. But to y'all's point, I will say this. If you watch that whole game, yeah, he made that play in the fourth quarter, but there was also a bunch of plays in the first and second quarter where you're like, this don't look like the dude that everybody said, no, this is the second best quarterback in the league. He's this, he's that. Like, no, sometimes it looked ugly. Like that Tennessee game, it was ugly. That was not a.
Did you see how Mahomes looked against, I want to say the Bengals? He was about to throw and just fumble. Just lost the ball. He didn't have a great game, but in that moment, he found a way to convert that third down on that run on a ball make. He found a way to make it through
because that's Mahomes.
Travis Kelce.
Because that's
Mahomes. They all are going to have good and bad moments.
That's Mahomes.
But Joe Burrow
when did Burrow do that?
Wait, let me finish. I think where I can't speak for where G Baby and Trent are coming from. What I'll say is I think some of the narratives that get pushed media-wise when it comes to the coverage of Joe Burrow, and it's like these blanket statements about him being a clutch performer.
Yes.
I think sometimes it is a tad overblown because if you look at the performances, like I'll bring up a perfect example. We talked about Lamar Jackson being in that situation. Lamar Jackson's first playoff game, everyone tried to drag him through the mud. He had 500 yards of offense by himself.
What happened in the moment?
Huh?
If you go back, what happened in the moment?
He got sold.
Yeah, they had 13 drops in that game.
I was about to say,
they had 13 drops in that game.
He got sold.
The game was still.
Oh man, I know what Dante talking about, bro. That's why I be saying, bro, you gotta like go back and watch the game.
And Trey, to I think everybody's point, Trey, that's when we talk about the moment. It's there's gonna be. You might not start off well. You might not even finish well, but it's in those plays. Can you make the necessary play, whether it's with your feet, with your arm, whatever, to get that first down, to get that score, to whatever, to get your team into field goal position? And if you do it more times than not, the narrative is going to be, yes, you are clutch, because no one's going to do it all the time. Everyone's going to have moments, but it's, hey, more often than not, are you doing what's necessary to get that first down, to get that play, to make that whatever?
Like Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan, he didn't make every game when he shot, but he made him so much. The narrative is, you give it to Mike, he gonna make it every time. Kobe Bryant, same thing. They don't make him every time.
Same thing.
But the resume, more time than not, they're gonna come
James,
through.
same thing.
Well, I got 2 minutes. So y'all got I gotta go family time.
No problem, brother. I have some super chats that are pointed out for you. So Dante from Nick Tri-State, Dante got the greatest punt return of all time. I think it was 03 or 04 home against the Broncos. Wild as fuck. Nobody catch a punt inside the 10 anymore. What up, D Hall? This is Jamal Brooks. We played in Scotland together. Super proud of you. Knew you would have a great career. Hope all is well.
Jamal, man. What's up, my boy?
Fire. And then I think those are the two that was directed at you, man. Right. Ben, what you got something to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a quick question, man. I always wanted to know this, man. So in some of them jukes you pulled off, man, like, so for me, like, I normally be able to pull plays off if I get mad, somebody talking shit. So can you walk us through, like, what happened to make you pull off them type of plays, bro? Like,
I literally just asked that.
or you just do this because you woke up like that?
I literally just asked that. That's funny.
Funny as hell. I don't know if he was on earlier, but I just think it from my running back days, man. I started at running back in middle school. I was a starting tailback by my sophomore year on varsity in high school for 3 years. And then by my sophomore year in college at A&M, I was a starting tailback. And I think the competition that I played, having all of those reps as a running back, because as a running back, you know, the lanes are a lot smaller. It's tougher. You're getting hit by D tackles and linebackers. It's just a lot harder to make people miss in that setting. You put me in a return setting, now the field is more spread out. You don't have these big-ass D tackles, these small lanes. I just found returning kicks to be way easier than .NET I. So I think .NET I prepared me for the return game.
Last question, and J Rob, you got on one, take too much of your time. Question 4, Dante being a late round pick, how was your rookie camp, and were you ever in any position battles for your spot? That's a good question.
Yeah, I was, man. A lot of people don't realize that unless you are probably 1 through 3, maybe 4, really 1 through 3, draft pick, you're fighting for a roster spot. And I was definitely fighting my rookie year. The only thing that saved me was they didn't really have competition for me at the return spot. But I only played in 5 games my rookie year. And then when I came back my second year, Dick Vermeer had let me know, hey, you cannot make this team just as a return man. You're going to have to learn to be a wide receiver, and you're going to have to make this team. I think they were only keeping 5 receivers that year. You got to be one of the 5 out of 12. So I definitely had to fight for my roster spot being a late round. That's pretty much anybody, unless you're a first, second, or third round pick.
All right. He can't leave until he tells us who his GOAT running back is, though.
Oh, I forgot about that.
About it now.
Man.
Just say
Walter. I got Sweetness. I got Barry. I got Jim Brown.
You can stop Sweetness. We good.
Falk, man. Go.
Marshall Falk. Put some respect on Marshall Falk name.
LaDainian Tomlinson. Man. Ooh.
Notice he said LaDainian Tomlinson. He did not say LT.
Lawrence Taylor.
That's
crazy.
Nah, Fluent been telling us that.
Telling these kids, they don't know.
J Rob.
My last question. What you getting that NIL bag in college before that NIL bag? Keep it up. Keep it up, buck. Just tell the truth.
That's
like,
wild.
I just want to know if you was getting that pre-NIL bag. You feel me? Like,
nope.
Nope. Hey, Dante.
I was getting that Pell Grant.
Hey, shout out to that Pell Grant that cost of attendance.
Shout out to that Pell Grant, man.
That Pell Grant come through. It felt like the lottery just.
Yo, we used to get the Pell Grant and have the craziest dice games.
Hey, don't tell them nothing about that.
I went to UConn. We used to get our Pell Grant at UConn, and we used to drive to the Foxwoods in college to go gamble our Pell Grant.
What's the Foxwoods?
It's a casino.
Nah, fuck that, man. We use it. You got your Pell Grant, you got your money. Dice game in such and such room, such and such. Man, you can go in there and win you up. You can go in there and win. By 10 sacks.
Hey, Dante, I appreciate the time you took out your day to join us, man. It was great meeting you. Pleasure having you on the show, brother.
I like y'all little show, man. I'm going to start watching y'all, man. Shout out for Trent and my boy Trey. I love their dad, man. So I took away from my family time because I look at them like they my family. So y'all keep going. I love what y'all doing, man. And I'm going to tap in with y'all again.
Thank you.
Be safe, brother.
Appreciate you, OG. Appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to be real, Jerry.
I just got to be real. I got to be real.
Hey, Trent, shout out to you and Trey, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, appreciate y'all, boys.
Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, thank you, Trey and Trent, for proving LT is Lawrence Taylor. Thank you.
J-Rob, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even know what a Pell Grant is, bro.
You didn't get
Trey, you don't know what a Pell Grant is?
I never heard of it. I never been heard it called.
So the Pelly. So you obviously, you know how you get, you know you got to call
your financial aid. You know when you fill out your financial aid, it's literally what that you don't have to pay.
Hey, we talking too much now. Y'all know he ain't on financial aid.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. My Pell Grant, he definitely on financial aid, but my Pell Grant was only like a little bit. You know, I had to.
Trent, the same dude who didn't know what time and a half was.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. I don't.
But it was like you get your Pell Grant, you got the cost of attendance.
He didn't work holidays, G baby.
Yo, Trent, I had one teammate who every month, every semester, his Pell Grant was 5 racks.
Damn, that's crazy, actually.
I mean,
but it's because that was the situation. I mean, but realistically, his situation at home, it had to be fire. Like
Yeah,
my Pelly was like $400, bro. It wasn't nothing. Like they didn't really want to give me that mug. Like
I
was
ain't
really
gonna put it
getting
on
off,
blast, but my Pell Grant this semester, graduation semester, boy, my Pell Grant looking nice. My Pell Grant looking something stupid.
Yeah, they were not even trying to really give me Pell Grant.
Maybe you want to play some dice when you get that?
Oh, man.
Nah, that's funny.
That's crazy.
So I got a few more. Super chats, man. What's good, fellas? What's good, Dub and J Rob? Hey, G baby, thoughts on Fields being higher than Trevor Lawrence on the top 100?
Yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty. That was nasty.
It's a top. Hey, J Rob, you remember the day
that was nasty.
You and Trent back in the old days of keeping it G had a whole screaming match over this top 100 list? That's how much we don't care about it. It's a top 100.
Trent, we ain't arguing about the top 100 in a minute, bro.
Yeah, because you talking about Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, like I don't care about a top 100 list. But you know what they had Jared Goff at like 69 or something. Don't know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Devontae at 100 was kind of nasty too. The fact that he was 100 was nasty.
Devontae Adams was who?
No,
Devontae Smith was 100.
Oh, Devontae, man,
he should have been 100.
Don't nobody care about that list, bro.
Yeah, I didn't like this year's top 100. I'm just glad my guy Gino got his respect.
The top 100 list, all it does is prove every year that just because you in the NFL,
nigga, Dak was ranked higher than Lamar.
Yeah, that was incredible.
That should tell you everything.
That's because the players just know what they're talking about, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I love Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence. That's fantastic.
I think they also come in the fact of like.
And Dante Hall just said that LT's not.
Yeah, but come on, Trey, he led the league in.
That's right.
Hey, notice how he didn't mention Emmitt Smith as his GOAT. Love to see him. Man.
Right.
Why we pushing that agenda, man? Emmitt Smith.
Hey, I see my boy AJ Brown, who is I don't really see the difference between him and Jamar Chase, top 20. Y'all need to start putting more respect on AJ.
Y'all lucky I was being nice when he said the availability thing, because I was gonna be like, how is Gronk your top?
Yeah,
y'all lucky I was being nice. I was like, I'm not going.
But Gronk been available. He been available.
Hey, boy, you
he missed like 2 Super Bowl runs.
Gronk is the
He's been to enough.
Gronk is the prototypical best tight end for sure.
He the best tight end.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. My goat is Kelsey. My goat is Kelsey.
Hey, J Rob. Hey, I might be with you in a year, bro.
My goat is Kelsey. That's MJ Kelsey, man.
Yeah,
MJ Kelsey,
hey, like I said,
they put CeeDee Lamb over Jamar Chase.
I love Gronk, but Gronk is literally my top 3 is Kelsey, Gronk,
Tony G.
Trey, you still think Shay better than Kelsey, bro?
Because I like the wiggle, bro. Like I don't get lost in the blocking, bro. That blocking don't matter to me. I want to see the.
So J-Rob, you a highlight.
I'm with you. That's why I asked him. That's why
I'm a merchant. I'm a route running
do like G baby.
I'm a route running.
Yo, G baby, speaking of that, what was up with this?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie,
that, bro.
I didn't even know I was doing it until I saw Dub do it again, and I realized I was like, everybody. Sometimes I speak with my body, man.
Hey, you know who else they got right on that?
Yeah, you a freak body ass nigga, man.
Hey, man,
you freak body.
Hey, Trent,
girl don't complain. So that's all.
I know you're gonna say sauce, bro.
Sauce at 23 is criminal.
Sauce at 20 is crazy.
Criminal.
23?
He should have been like 15, bro.
Are you trolling or just?
I can tell if y'all was
I can't wait for our bet to happen, bro. That's gonna be crazy.
Bro, you gotta.
Speaking of bets, I forgot about this bet a long time ago. J Rob, do you want to say it now or later?
Oh, which one? Which bet? Talk to me. I forgot. You gotta.
It was when you first came on. It was last summer. We were talking about Tom Brady never winning a ring.
Oh no!
You said I would have to wear a bonnet.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
No, you have to say what I told you to say.
What do I have to say, bro? Tell me what I have to say.
That Dub knows more football than I would ever know.
Oh shit!
You know that's getting clipped too.
Oh man!
You have to. It's too late. Man. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save that clip from when me and you are head-to-head take, and then
that's bullshit though.
It is what it is.
But this is from a bet, though.
You lost the bet. You lost the bet.
Due to the stipulations of this bet, because of this bet, and everything about this bet, Dub knows more about football because of this bet than me.
I hope you know he can still cook that up, right?
Yes, I can. And say more than I would ever know. Say it.
Because of this bet, and only because of the bet, he knows more because of the bet than I will ever know because of the bet.
And because of the bet, it's getting clipped out every single time.
It's so easy to take
every single time.
So
easy. But you know this is not true. But I'll give it to you today.
Now. I know Dub's
I'll give it to you today.
Dub is disgusting. Like
I'll give it to you.
Really,
but I ain't gonna lie though. CTE boys up one though.
What was the bet?
You kind of looking like you don't know what cover
Tom
two
Brady
is
wasn't
right
competing
now.
for rings anymore.
I don't know. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what personnels are anymore, man. I don't even know the difference between 12 and 13. But
CTE boys up 1-0.
That's how I know we cooked y'all too, man. We cooked.
Nah, y'all was cooking. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Was cooking the shit out of them. I felt bad.
That nigga said Joe Burrow when I was like, boy, you just lying because Dante.
And G baby, you nasty yourself with saying top 3 when you know that boy top 2. Just put
word. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. 2 through 4 is all interchangeable.
It's not. No, it's
not a lock top 2. Relax. He's not a lock top 2.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Tell me who else could be number 2? And if you say Josh Allen,
I'm saying I don't think Joe Burrow is a lock top 2. Somebody say Josh Allen, I don't care. Somebody said Joe Burrow, I don't care.
Rated quarterback in the top 5 easily.
I like Lamar.
I mean, I have Josh Allen at 5.
If somebody says Lamar, if somebody says Lamar's at 2,
I like Lamar at 2.
If somebody says Lamar's at 2, I don't care. I may disagree, but I don't care.
Who still think Josh Allen's better than Joe Burrow or Lamar? Like, who still thinks that?
Him and Lamar.
Joe Burrow and Josh
Allen. It is Joe Burrow, Lamar, and Patrick Mahomes. That is the 3.
Josh Allen. Lamar top 3.
Hold on, I have a legit question.
Yeah.
Bama.
Then y'all was just saying best abilities. Didn't y'all not just say that? Now y'all want to kick Lamar. It don't make sense. Lamar Jackson. Oh, he's not injured. No.
Hey, Dub. Hey, I was gonna say this too. Y'all was going nasty, bro.
Let me ask a question. It's right up what you guys are saying, and I know Bama J-Rob. This is kind of more directed at you two guys because I'm with you. I feel very highly on Lamar, but at what point does he now start to drop if he's not getting on the field and actually doing it?
Yeah. If he get hurt this year, I'm gonna have to drop him. It's the truth.
I think this is the year where he's starting to get dropped. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna drop him just because at the same time, bro, winning a unanimous MVP, bro, like it's just like
I was in high school.
That was 3 years ago, gang.
I don't care if it was 4 years ago, bro. Like
it was 4 years ago, actually,
bro.
Come on.
I think I'm starting to move in the other direction. If he doesn't get on the field and start,
I ain't gonna lie. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this, Trent G baby. This year for Lamar is, I think, in terms of quarterbacks with the most pressure coming into the year, he's top 3.
Fact.
Because easily top 3. But I'm gonna believe in that ability, man. He's different. They average 25 points when he's playing. When he's not, is 13. His impact on that team is unquestionable. And I understand the injury thing. And I'm with y'all with that shit. I want to know how I'm dead with y'all on that 100%.
Nah, I'm not with y'all no more.
But, I'm talking about the injury. I'm talking about the injury thing. But I still got
with the injury shit. The reason why I ain't with them no more, I thought about it, bro. We all gave Saquon a pass, and we all gave Christian McCaffrey a pass.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
You're lying.
There was so many times
Me and G Baby were the only people that gave Saquon and CMC a pass.
Because all these people were like, "How Saquon still top 5? He ain't played. How Saquon still top?"
You being disgusting.
Can he finish?
Go ahead, bro.
All right. Let me go and get this headshot real quick. So you remember, I'm going to bring back the reason why y'all gave Saquon and CMC a pass. When they both played, even Doug ethered y'all with this with the Christian McCaffrey. But when they both played, especially Christian McCaffrey, even though he was injured in between time to time, when he was serviceable, he looked like the exact same Christian McCaffrey that went for 2,300 total yards. Rushing and receiving, regardless of whatever you feel like, oh, he got injured, he still looked the exact same, bro. He had the exact, like, he could make an impact soon as he got in. If Lamar, so with me, regardless if Lamar gets hurt, when he was in, if they are winning games and Lamar Jackson is playing of an MVP caliber, which he was.
That's true.
I still got to give him a pass year to year.
This is where
unless he falls off. Listen, Dak threw 14 picks, bro. Listen, he threw way more picks than Lamar. And Lamar throw more touchdowns than him?
Why do we keep lacking context, bro?
Okay, so
all
real
those
quick.
picks were not.
Okay, so real quick, hold on, time out.
Prescott.
Even if he's playing at that high level, even if he's still playing at like Lamar Jackson, y'all all just
you gotta hold that to everybody.
What Dante just said. What best ability?
Best abilities
like,
availability.
Bro, but bro, I'm not gonna listen. That's cool. I'm not mad at that. The last 2 years he got hurt. I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna lose my.
Lamar's gonna fall off anything.
I'm not gonna lose my mind and be like he's an injury prone player though. I'm not. You can say he is if y'all feel that way. If y'all feel that way, I'm not gonna argue because he got hurt.
I disagree.
But also to be honest, don't talk to me about consistency. I've been consistent on Lamar since y'all know me.
Not you,
but I agree with Fluent though. This is a make or break season for Lamar, and if he get hurt or something, he will have to drop, and I will have to. Unfortunately,
this is for sure a make or break year.
Yeah, and J-Rob, I was with you. You said top 3 most pressure. Absolutely, because I think if let's just say, I don't think he's gonna fall off. I think they win in that division, right? So even with that, right? If Lamar Jackson, let's say, has a down year with all, of course, assuming health, we assume Odell plays 14 and Zay Flowers is what he's supposed to be. If Lamar Jackson doesn't perform as what we expected, I think he's going to get unfair criticism. Yeah, he's going to naturally get
his criticism is unfair since he's been a rookie, though.
You're right. But now it's going to be like the people who was criticizing him unfair going to double down on it because you know what they're going to say if he don't do what he needs. Oh, we gave y'all what he wanted.
But this is my question, G-Baby. But G-Baby, this will be my question. When are we going to have that type of, you know what you're just saying? Like, he got this, he got that. Why do we never apply? How has this never been applied to Josh Allen?
Well, see, that's the thing,
How come on Gridiron we haven't had that conversation about Josh Allen?
But wait,
I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
That's the thing.
I'm going to say, we got to start putting that out
that's
there,
the thing.
too.
I came out here and said multiple times, I got fooled.
And I'm not talking about y'all specifically.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. That's
that's
why Josh Allen is at 5 and him Lamar, you get fooled.
No, you set up here. Now you switch the consensus. Cut it out, J-Rob. No, not you, G-Baby.
That's that consensus? Okay, not y'all two, but I'm
we've been cooking Josh Allen for a while.
I haven't been up here. I'm not hearing enough, so I don't know.
That's true.
I'm not hearing enough. So
all I'm saying
I haven't heard y'all talk about it. But in general,
you're too busy with your show BAM to come,
I gotta make sure my Rolodex got some. I gotta make sure my Rolodex is good. I'm just saying.
Hey, J-Rob.
Pull up on me tomorrow, though. Pull up on me tomorrow.
J-Rob, you know what we
talked
about?
Chance to plug your show, bro.
I would say Bam is at 3 tomorrow, 6 Eastern, right before Fluent and Chill. We're talking NFL training camp. It'll definitely be a more open show. So if you want to pull up, please pull up. My co-host is currently in NFL training camp, so he will not be able to be there. So I'm rocking with y'all. So make sure y'all pull up. Let's talk some ball.
J-Rob, have you ever been able to defend Juwan? Be honest and get you
on God. No. On God. I'm gonna say this. On God, when me and Juwan were in high school, I could guard him. In college, at my best, I could guard him. I would say by the time I got to my end of my football career, though, Juwan he was better than me. Like there was clearly, he was better than me. Like we would do ones. I would get some, but Juwan's a freak. Like people don't realize he really is a freak show. Like. There's a reason why, even though he hasn't had a crazy NFL career yet, there's a reason why he's made it 5 years in this thing. Right. You don't make it 5 years being a bum. Just keep.
So what I heard, so basically what I heard, you couldn't handle that boy since after high school.
No. I would say junior year in college, Juwan he was better. I would say he was. I couldn't.
Because if you had to power up the Super Saiyan Blue off the muscle in college, like I don't know, it's like, can you really handle that?
That's funny.
I don't know though. I don't want to say I couldn't though, because I guarded like Zay Jones and shit in college. So like, I don't think Juwan was better than any of them. I mean, I don't think any of them were better than Juwan at that time. You know what I'm saying? And me and Juwan worked out together pretty much every offseason when I was in college. So, like. If you watch Juwan's Colorado tape before he blew his AC, like he tore his ACLs first year, but if you watch Juwan's Colorado highlights, different type of animal, yo. And he played with LaVisca Chenault and was still getting to it and got drafted.
Word. Are we gonna get back to Jonathan Taylor and AR-15, or are we?
We got super chats. Let me get one more. What if Burrow doesn't go back to the bowl? Rodgers had early career success. Let's not act like Burrow isn't going to have his struggles too.
Everyone does.
Can I just say that? Can I say this super quick? Yeah, can I say this super quick? I believe Joe Burrow is that too. I have him right now too. I believe Joe Burrow has that intangible it factor since LSU, like even though that was 1 year at LSU where he really was like that, I think that it factored. Honestly, I saw him smoke that cigar after winning that shit. I was like, we out.
He was really like that the year before though, too.
It was 1 year.
Hell no.
Not the guy that he is that Heisman year, but he was definitely saw what he could be.
Matter of fact, it was 1 year and 1 quarter. When they had sat that boy, when they sat that UCF game, bro, they was losing by that whoever 9-1 was, boy. Man, that boy murked Joe Burrow, boy. He ain't even have to hit that boy like that. Joe Burrow was nowhere near the play. That boy milked that boy, had that boy crawling. It was like Joe Burrow went over there and said, "All right, bet."
That boy did hit Joe. He did hit him mad hard though, mad hard.
Hey, that boy really. That's when that boy put the ski mask on. Right then is when I saw that white boy put the ski mask on. I was like, "Oh boy!" I was like, "Is this a white boy putting on the ski mask?"
Not Joe Shiesty.
But overall, J-Rob, so maybe saying that all the quarterbacks in the top 10 was a drag, and I can admit that, that's fine. But me and Trent really kind of raised our eyebrows and sat up in our chairs when we were saying Joe Burrow was elevating these guys, because I think those guys can be those same guys with a lot of other quarterbacks, specifically the ones in the top 10. And I feel like if Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson, with Kirk Cousins and Stephon Diggs, maybe he wasn't the top 3 receiver he was at one point, like he was with Allen. But we all know Stephon Diggs is pretty much on the way to that point. I feel like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase can be the same receivers they are with pretty much every quarterback in the top 10. And if we stretch it out a little more, I mean, Amari Cooper and CD were eating with Dak, and we know how we feel about him. You know what I mean? I feel like these guys are still going to be – that's why I didn't say –
top 10.
That's why I don't believe Joe Burrow is necessarily elevating these guys. I just think all of them are like that. Or all of them are really good at what they do. That was my big
He showed couldn't find CD over there at Levi Stadium. Joe Burrow would have found. Hey, in a game that's 12-19, man, Joe Burrow.
Jamar Chase.
Don't lie right now. Joe Burrow ain't finding CD in the game that's 12-19. Doug, talk to me. He ain't finding CD in the game that's 12-19.
I mean, he didn't find Jamar Chase on that 4th.
I mean, let's not act okay, but like,
he didn't find Jamar Chase in the Super Bowl. He didn't find Jamar Chase.
Chill out.
He found him one time.
Hey, hold on. They had that boy. Hold on. That boy Aaron Donald was out there.
I was about to say, y'all being sick.
Don't even do that. Can I get some context?
Now you want context.
Y'all act like y'all use context. G-Baby uses a little bit of context. Trent, you use none. I use G-Baby.
J-Rob.
All right,
What
I'm going to say this. 17 to 15, 1,100 rushing. That's all I got to say.
Wait, what?
15
talking about
touchdowns, top
Fields,
15.
bro.
That's all I got to say.
You talking about Justin Fields, bro?
Let's
talk about
JT. Let's talk about JT.
Last thing. Somebody said Burrow couldn't score on the Bengals' final 4 possessions of the Super Bowl, but
that's Brandon. Brandon got beat for J-Rob.
Y'all favorites couldn't even go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, don't worry, T-Law coming.
Yeah, I like T-Law, but I'm on a T-Law hype.
Yeah, I know.
I'm fucking with you with T-Law now.
I'm saying when it comes to T-Law, G-Baby, we with you. We seen those moments.
Trey.
We seen those moments that Dante Hall was talking about.
Watch the 360 on Trevor Lawrence next year. Watch.
It's not going to be a 360.
Why 360 when he win 12 games, win that division is a 3 seed, and then the division is out of
Facts.
What? What 360?
Hey, hold on, wait, hey, J-Rob. You see how a Saints fan is hyping up the Jags like this? Just let.
I can't
have Trevor Lawrence is my favorite.
Really going for 15 too. I ain't gonna lie, that boy really going for 15.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Really, I ain't gonna lie. That team is gonna be better than it was last year. They was.
Hey, J-Rob, that defense, boy. Hey, I know they
Travis
young.
Etienne is gonna have a Christian McCaffrey-esque season. Esque.
And that defense,
J-Rob,
that defense. I know they young, but they got a Rubicon, Devin Lloyd, Cisco, Tyson Campbell. That
you don't think so?
Can we just give him an Alvin Kamara season? Let's go Alvin Kamara.
Poor man C-Mac year. You feel me?
Let's go Alvin Kamara first. You feel me?
Maybe an Alvin Kamara type of year. You feel me?
Fellas. What's the next topic?
I mean,
Jake,
do you want to talk about how our careers go?
I
mean, Dub. I mean, there's been, of course, we've been talking about the Saints. We know. I'm glad we can actually have an actual conversation.
Can we talk about the Jets?
No, I mean,
Can we talk about how I met?
Ended.
Can we talk about how I met? What's his name? Jesse Armstead. I didn't know who he was.
Huh?
You remember that?
Casual.
You remember
Casual.
that? You don't remember that?
Trey.
Yo. So when we was out, Trey seen it.
Yeah, when we were there on Monday.
Oh wait, you didn't know who Jesse Armstead was?
So bro,
I wasn't there. I wasn't there with y'all.
I had to
Yes, you
explain to him who Jesse was.
Oh, I think I was. I don't know.
Nah,
That's
you
crazy.
were there. You weren't paying attention though. So
Yeah,
I'm over here.
I've seen him multiple times. I dapped him. I'm like,
So we're sitting here
This
waiting,
legend.
bro. We're sitting here waiting, right? It was so funny. We're sitting here waiting, and we're seeing like Saquon, Daniel Jones, and like everybody working out. And then I see this big ass motherfucker walk through, and he says, "What's up?" to him. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He daps me up and stuff. I said, "What's your name, brother?" He goes like, "Jesse Armstead." So like the way he said it, his name meant something, right? I looked at Trey and I'm just sitting here like, yep. I look at Trey, I'm like, yo, who was this dude? He goes like, bruh. He said he's a Giants legend. You're probably the first person that asked who his name was, bro, in a minute, bro. You're tripping.
yo, like I'm gonna tell you, bro. So G baby went there because like they do like the little pump stuff before practice. So Saquon walks up to us. Of course, he know me and Trey. He dabs us up. He dabs Dub up. Dub is trying to be like, he trying to act like the coolest person just standing there. Yo, as soon as Saquon leave, yo, Trent, bro, I'm like, he was like, yo, I'm trying to act cool. In my head, I'm tweaking right now.
Freak body. That nigga freak body.
Crazy.
I mean, in fairness to you, Dub, I'm gonna defend you a little bit. I'm gonna defend you because, in fairness to you, like that's not an opportunity people get all the time.
Hell no, man.
Nah, hold up. No.
So you would have
you gotta understand.
You would have
Dub ain't like y'all.
Keep it real. You would leave your girl for Saquon?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You would leave your girl for Saquon, huh? You go
Yo,
fan
Trent,
like
Trent, when we did the interview,
yeah.
when we was doing the interview with Sterling Shepard, in the back of my mind, I see Saquon playing with his kid, and I'm sitting here like, bro, Saquon really right next to us, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, bro,
Mind
you, hey, me and Dub, we got some shit cooking up. We'll put on what's the name with the Giants training, but like, bro, just Dub, we would just be touring, be like, so y'all just really live this life, huh? Like, this is just normal. Like, I'm like,
so this is the fucked up part about it, right? So just because I'm with them, I have to act like this is normal for me too. So the whole time, I have a crazy poker face. They thinking I've been here before. I'm chilling. You feel me, bro? But in my mind, I am geeking crazy, and I'm like, bro, I'm going through like
I'm geeking right now.
I'm going through the Giants facilities where like fans don't go through. I'm taking this tour and everything, seeing players that's like really like that. I'm like, bruh. So what the fuck is going on?
But you know what though? I'll give Dub credit because I've had like friends and stuff come with me and they bug out and like they can't control it. And the thing is like you can't even feel bad for them because to me, this is normal because it's been my life my entire life. Right. Like for everybody else, it's like these are famous people.
Right.
So obviously,
hide your money. There's poor people around. Your broke ass.
Nah, Dub, I feel you, bro. Because like again, like as Trey said, like we not used to this. If I was there, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be feeling the same thing.
But ask Trey and Trent. You would have never known. You would have never known I was.
Nah, he actually
like he actually kept the calm composure. I was
proud
like,
of you, Dub.
Okay, he was cool. I was proud as hell.
Proud of you, Dub.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Dub.
Even when we were doing our first interview, we just told Dub, "Yo, hop over the field so you can set up the tripod." He was like, "Should I hop over the field?" Like he was just like he looked scared, like he looked like he didn't want to do it. I'm like, bro, just relax.
They told me just do
He
it.
said just relax.
Yeah, I'm like, they told me hop over a fence. I'm like, bro, I'm like, are y'all serious?
Nah, I'm
like,
fine.
Shep literally told me like, yo, bro, just hop over the fence.
Yeah, like, hop over the fence. Like, let's get it. Now I feel him though. You feel me?
But you have to understand, Dub. How many times has someone told you to hop over the fence and it was a good thing?
Yeah,
not a lot.
Not a lot, right?
I used to hop fences for fun though. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't realize, man, football players do what they want, bro.
They mad cool, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. When we did the that All-Star game over here in Seattle for that for Doug Baldwin's foundation, bro, I seen Richard Sherman out there. But you know, I'm already think I'm a celebrity, so I didn't really get all starstruck. But Richard Sherman is my like, you feel me? Like he the reason why like I love playing corner. Like that's like
That
because
was
he
the
was a
reason he
tall.
was getting cooked by Juwan.
He was.
Nah,
But he was.
No.
But
There's,
Richard Sherman.
there's always
But
there's
I'm a tall corner, and so Richard was a tall corner. Like I related to his game. Him and Antonio Cromartie. Like those are my favorite corners. So when I met him, I was like, damn, like bro. Like I used to watch his tape before every practice. But you know, you're not gonna say that. You're just gonna do your little, you know.
no, but there's always that one guy, J Rob. Like, you know, we've all been around like football players, basketball players, and like you want to, but you also want to take a picture too, because a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, sure you have, and you're like, no, for real, like here's a picture, we took a picture together, but you don't want to ask them all. But then there's always that one, like we've been, I'll tell you, we've been working on trying to get Magic to come on Phone Show. Because I know his assistant, and I've met Magic before at a book signing, and I'll tell you, I've been around NBA players. It's all what's up. It's all good. It's fine. It's cool. The one time I was around Magic, and Jay makes fun of me. Jill makes fun of me because he's like, if we ever get Magic on the show, like, are you be able to talk? And I'm like, no, because he's like that dude for me. He was like the first basketball player I ever saw, and I was like, fell in love with the game because of him. And it's just like, like I don't know. I don't know.
I feel you. I met Michael Jordan and wasn't too like, you know, over the moon. Now if that was LeBron though.
Shut up.
I'm dead ass though. I swear to God on my life, bro. I swear to God on my life. I swear to God on my life, on my mama. I was at Michael Jordan's tequila launch party, and I met Michael Jordan. I shook his hand. I met Michael Jordan firsthand. I shook his hand. We talked. I said, "How you doing?"
Like yeah,
but I really wasn't starstruck though.
Like, bro.
I will say yesterday, I was much more starstruck meeting Magic than I was Jordan, but that's because I've never been a Jordan fan. I was a Magic fan. Like
bro, J-Rob, like yesterday, bro. I'm literally like, it's after practice. I'm eating lunch. I'm eating like the food in the cafeteria. I kid you not. Because I haven't seen him in years. Like I haven't talked to him. Like last time I saw him, I was like a little kid. I literally I'm eating my food. Guess who's standing right next to me, bro? And he just grabs my shoulder. Michael Strahan. Like, bro,
I met him too when I met Michael Jordan.
Bro, I was like, mind you, seeing him, I was kind of starstruck. I was kind of stuttering. I'm like, bro, like, so like, I get y'all point, bro. Like, I haven't seen.
You know what's so crazy?
I don't know, man. He's the guy on the roller coaster thing for Fox.
Trey, I'm gonna be back next week because I've been sick this whole week after the flight, so I haven't been doing
so wait, because they're doing joint practice, so I don't know if you can come next. They're gonna be in Detroit.
Oh, just text me that. Just text me.
Hey, but you know what's so crazy?
What?
The most I've ever been starstruck was the first time I was on this show. That like Shaq. It was literally Shaq, Euro, Dub, of course, JD. That was the first time I was like, oh snap, I'm on this podcast that I watch religiously. Like I don't have y'all on the screen. Like unfortunately I've never been famous.
Yeah.
You know what, G baby? It's funny that you say that because I think I said this. I think I said it on the panel a couple of weeks ago. We don't realize some of the people that watch us, because I think I told you I was at my son's baseball practice and I went to there's a recreational center up from the diamonds where he plays, and some dude ran out of the basketball court where they were practicing and was like, yo, you're him, and wanted to take a picture with me. And it's just like, why? But at the same time, we don't realize, right? We don't realize people watch us too, which is kind of
what happened.
That was DC weekend.
Yeah, it happened in Seattle. We got recognized for sure. Yeah, it happened 2 or 3 times when we was walking around with Chill and Low and them, and we got stopped a couple of times, bro. You had people like hollering outside their cars,
especially when
that's players' choice. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like the most that's ever happened to me was like, oh snap, are you on Gridiron? Yeah, I've seen a couple TikToks. People pushing like.
Yeah. Well, I'm
gonna share what I'm down to earth for that shit, bro. If I see you, bro,
I'm gonna no, you're not. When I took my kids to the Globetrotter game, and there's a friend of Dell's, Brawley Chisholm, who plays on the Globetrotters, and he was like, "Yo, yeah, I know who you are. Watch your show all the time. Come here." And he brought us into like this VIP section. Yo, dude, my kids, I was a celebrity to my kids that day. So, and it was because he watches the show. So that shit's cool. I like it. It's nice.
So. There's a little story, Trent. Can I share this about Thibodeau?
No. I'll say it off here. I gotta say that.
No, okay. I thought it was a funny story, but I won't say it. I won't say it. Don't worry about it.
Oh man, love that. It's good that you asked.
I have to ask. You know, there's certain things I know I can't say, but there's certain things I don't know, so I'll just ask Trent. I asked him numerous times. I'm like, I'm like, bro, what can I record? What can I report? What can I say? Can't say. I do not want to be crossing lines at all.
Yeah, that's just
So y'all be getting starstruck?
I'm not gonna. Okay, so when I met the few players I've been starstruck, of course, I said Strahan, but like Steve Smith, when I met him at like what's his name? When my dad used to coach for the Panthers, and they was have like a little golfing event, and he was right there. Bro, mind you, I'm like 3 inches taller than him already, and I'm mad starstruck. Like, bro, like I've never met Steve Smith, one of my favorite receivers I ever played. Like, that's probably like one of the only ones. Now, if I meet Chad Ochocinco though, yeah, I'm turning into a straight fan. I'm geeking out.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna set that up then.
Hey,
Chad,
like, man,
Chad A5.
I don't know, bro.
If you give me Allen
I ain't gonna lie. I'm too real, man, to be starstruck, man. I'm already looking
Shut up, bro.
I'm down.
So how about J-Rock?
I'm that already, bro. Like I'm that already.
Nah. I ain't gonna say I'm real, bro. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. Like I'm so down to earth, bro. Like I ain't like.
You really are down to earth.
Nah, bro, I ain't trying to like that. Y'all niggas lying, bro. But a nigga ain't really been through too much in life, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Like I ain't gonna say too much though. But a
That was
nigga
your
ain't really
best line ever.
I ain't really been through too much of life, bro, to really be starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
I know
let me
what
ask
the
you
real
this.
bottom.
Let me ask you for Bama.
I'm dead ass, bro. The only
let me
nigga
ask
I
you for
probably
J-Rock.
geek out over is Kobe.
Yo, J-Rock, listen, J-Rock, let me ask you this, bro. You meet Darrell Reeves, you not gonna geek out?
Nah, I'm not.
You capping?
Okay.
Nah, I swear to God, I'm not, bro. I'm
All right,
dead now,
cool.
though.
Everybody,
I swear to God, I'm not.
everybody.
Bro, as somebody who, bro, I've literally, it's, I already told you, it's LeBron, and I'm not even going to geek out.
Hold on, J-Rob, hold on.
Like, what up, Bron?
I'm with you.
What up, Bron?
I'm with you to a certain extent because I'm like that. I try to be with nobody, but I'll admit, Magic is that one for me. But there's somebody. It's like Jay-Z, Beyonce. There'll be someone where you're just like, there's someone.
My Lord and Savior,
I don't know who it is.
Christ.
There's someone.
I know who it is. I'm like when I meet Bron, I'm gonna be when I meet Bron, I'm gonna be cool. But I'm like, what up, Bron? What's good, Bron? What up, Bron? Nice to meet you, Bron.
No, but you know what? I know you're trying to go hard. No one believes you.
Bron, what's good, Bron?
He gonna turn into
Nah, you want to know how?
He gonna turn into cash.
No. This is how I know J-Rob's capping because there's a video there is a video coming out very soon, and me and Bama knows. This man J-Rob was losing it over his particular person, LeBron.
Oh my God!
Thank
so
you.
I know what this means, LeBron.
So you
I
capping?
hope they
So he capping for the people in the chat.
I'm not capping though.
You are capping. He is capping crazy.
The disrespect to Bron was crazy at that time.
They go ask one question in there. They go zoom in on J-Rod's face. That hey, he malfunctioned, bro. Like, that shit was crazy.
Hey, look,
bro.
J-Rob can sit here
lying on national TV.
Nah, they were just asking me to be something that I wasn't at the time.
J-Rob can sit here and cap and do all the I'm too real, blah blah blah. Look, there are certain people that I grew up watching that mean something different to me. Yeah. It don't matter if I've been around Hall of Famers for like my entire life. It don't matter. Certain dudes, like if I meet freaking Carmelo Anthony, that was my favorite. That was my favorite player growing up.
I met Carmelo. I helped rebound for Carmelo.
Yeah, me, it's Allen Iverson.
When I met Michael Vick, that was a huge moment in my life for me. Like it don't matter if I've been around these like certain dudes, like they mean something else to you.
I know my 3, and unfortunately 2 are dead, right? Because it's Magic, Kobe, and Walter Payton, and 2 are dead. So and I met the other.
Man, but I just ask some niggas a couple quick.
Let me read off some stuff real quick. Start bench cut: T.O., Moss, Harrison.
Randy T.O. and Moss get Harrison.
I mean, come on, you starting Moss, bro. Yeah,
all you gotta do is just flip the first.
You could start T.O. though. You could start T.O.
You could start T.O., but I think most people are starting Moss.
I could.
I saw a lot of cast-mate arguments for T.O.
I could pick T.O., but I'm taking Randy Moss.
I'm taking Randy Moss. But a lot of people are gonna think we're knocking Harrison. It's not when it's Moss and T.O.
No, boys way greater than Harrison.
It's Moss and T.O. It's Moss and T.O., bro.
You comparing the heel.
Dub was starstruck when he met Tim.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Y'all don't know that story, do y'all?
Tim Duncan?
So y'all don't get it. Okay. Don't worry about it. It's a good joke, Angie. Jersey Love, off topic. Found this on Twitter of top 10 QBU in college one. Oklahoma, USC, Oregon, Bama, Ohio State, Texas, Louisville, Florida State, and then LSU. What do y'all think? I'm a Duck fan, but top 3 is a reach, but top 10 is good.
Why is Bama and Ohio State on QB?
Okay, so here's the thing.
They are,
because I had a conversation like
they are though.
Deegan, so like if you're counting college only, you got to put them in there.
Oh, okay. College only
have, like it's a must. But if you're counting like the
NFL, no.
Yeah, then no, that's not.
No.
Yeah,
I thought it was talking about like for the NFL. If it's just college, yeah, fine.
Yeah, if it's just college, I get it. Oklahoma, I think they got the most quarterbacks with Heisman trophies. But I'm gonna say this. I think, and I've said this on Players' Choice Gridiron before. I don't believe that there is a QBU.
There is
because I believe the quarterback position is very much catered to the individual. I don't think there's any school that you look at the school and be like, yeah, they just pumping out quarterbacks, because you get people going to say Oklahoma quarterbacks. Just look at Sam Bradford. I would not consider him the standard. Baker Mayfield.
I mean, coming out, Sam Bradford.
Yeah, coming out. That's what I'm saying.
Sam Bradford was supposed
if you're talking about coming out, if you're talking about coming out, I will give schools acknowledgement for coming out, like the talent. But I don't think there's any like ultimate producer of quarterbacks in terms of how they translate to the NFL. Like Ohio State, I would say is a wide receiver U. DBU, I can say is Alabama. Or for wide receiver, I can say is Alabama. Or D line. Like there's a lot of schools I can say for other things, but when it comes to quarterback, I don't believe there's any specific QBU for me personally.
One thing Iowa's gonna put out is them offensive linemen and them tight ends.
Yeah, bro. Like
they ain't gonna do nothing else. They gonna put out a big old country whiteboard.
The Big Ten is definitely putting out. Yeah, the Big Ten as a whole is putting out. Go to Wisconsin, Iowa, you getting good O linemen.
Ryan Rancho, baby.
Everybody wants to know your story, Dub, about Timmy.
They know the story. They just want me to tell y'all.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like repeating it though. All right, I'll say it. So when we was in Seattle and J-Rob, it was the night we went out together, but you didn't hear the story in the morning because I left. When we was in that club, bro, I'm over here walking around. Yeah, I was at that one corner in the bar, and I see somebody. And you know they look cute and everything, so I start talking to them and shit. So as I start talking, you know, moment goes by, I'll be like, "Yo, I didn't get your name, by the way. Like, what's your name?" Goes like Tim.
Oh man. Oh.
And I'm like, oh, I said, no, it's Asian and everything. I'm like, all right. I'm like, what's that short for? I'm assuming it's probably short for like some type of Asian name or something like that. So it's short for Timothy. So then I stopped. I stopped talking for like a good 5 seconds. There was like an awkward pause. I had a drink in my hand. I just looked straight. I'm like, I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, is there another way around it? Can a girl be called Timothy or called Tim for something? I'm like, can that be a girl name? I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, I don't think so.
I mean, I know somebody named Chris. That's a girl.
So that's different.
Hey, brother, I'm feeling optimistic.
Finish.
As I recollect my thoughts, I'm being like, "There's no possible way this is a girl name." I go like, "You said your name's Tim, right?" Like, yeah, short for Timothy. I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." I literally just turn around and just walk away, bro. I didn't even say nothing. I just dipped. I went back to the bar where y'all was at. I was like, I need a drink. Give me a drink. Give me a drink.
Hey, Ron said you're not telling everything.
Uh-oh.
Ron said there's more to the story.
What did I leave?
Ron said you kissed him, and then
I didn't kiss. Who's saying I left something out?
Ron. He literally said in the chat.
Ron.
Uh-oh. Ron's in the chat?
Yeah, Ron was in the chat. Yeah, Ron's in the chat.
Yeah, Ron's in the chat.
That's not Ron setting me up.
Ron literally said there's more to the
Ron was
story.
right there.
Telling everything.
Ron, what that boy was doing? That
Ron,
boy was whispering real close.
There's no way. There's no way.
That boy whispering real close, wasn't he?
Ron's a liar. I was touching up on the knees and the legs. I was not gonna lie. I was.
You gotta look him up and down, boy. You gotta know when you're in that
Hey,
club,
bro.
you look him up and down.
Hey, sometimes that happens. I guess it happens to the best of us.
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
hey,
That was
hey,
bad.
you're in good company. Charles Barkley.
Hey, man.
Hey, it happens to the best of us. Hey, it happens to the best of us.
But it's funny. Stuff like that is funny,
It's
bro.
funny. No, it's funny. It's funny. You were drinking. No, you were drinking.
I'm laughing at you was rubbing the leg though. The leg was crazy.
J-Rob, I do want to go back. You said there's no quarterback U.
Give me one.
So I'm just asking the question because I just looked up like what universities, because I don't really follow college football, but so Purdue has the most quarterbacks who have won the NFL League TD title, 14.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's
And it is considered the quarterback U is Purdue. Is that any chance
No,
that is possible?
That is a Drew Brees merchant.
Yeah, I still can't. do it because how many
14 quarterbacks to win the TD title came from Purdue.
No, I like it. But how many of them guys that won that title would you really consider like Hall of Fame level or like good level?
Well, actually, that's what I was looking up that I can't find out. I'm trying to find out which university has produced the most Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Yeah, like what school? That's my question. Like when you do the QBU, find what school made actual good starters in the league.
Hey, it might not be a school, but I'm telling you right now, them Texas quarterbacks, boy. Hey,
I just feel like if you look at some of the best quarterbacks in football, right? Like if you look at some of the big names, you look at the schools they went to, them shits be random. Like Aaron Rodgers went to Cal. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes went to Texas Tech. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna even Herbert coming out of Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Like these are not schools that I think of as quarterback producers. Like
Lamar Jackson, Louisville, and he's from Broward. He's from Broward County.
Shit, Teddy B came up out of Louisville. I was about to say
same thing. Like that's not for real though. Like Josh Allen, he went to Wyoming.
Malik Cunningham went in the motherfucking
like Ben Roethlisberger went to Miami of Ohio. Like even Joe Flacco went to Delaware. Like
we don't even talk.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just saying though. I'm just saying like the schools. Like Eli Manning went to Ole Miss. Donovan McNabb went to Syracuse. Mike Vick, Virginia Tech. Like it's so. I think when it comes to quarterbacks, it's really just the guys. Like the best quarterback right now to come out of Alabama in my eyes is. Let me just chill.
Is Jalen Hurts?
It's Jalen Hurts.
Who's Jalen Hurts?
It's Jalen Hurts.
I just want you to know.
Jalen Hurts, and he went to Oklahoma.
I just want you to know every search I'm doing.
He had to go to Oklahoma.
Every search I'm doing is coming up with more and more stuff about Purdue. Not only do they have the most TD titles, they have the most recorded, the most combined NFL starts by far is Purdue quarterbacks.
Wow.
The most starting quarterbacks, 3 Purdue. The most quarterbacks with Super Bowl wins, 3.
Wow.
Okay,
Purdue.
Real quick. Besides Drew Brees,
who else? Yeah, can you give me the names of these guys?
Like names?
Yeah, you gotta give me these names because this is crazy.
I'm hearing some
I did not know this information. Yeah, I did not know this information.
Film might be
are playing in Miami, so
I know I'm saying if I hear them type of quarterbacks, I'm like, bro, come on.
Purdue Boilermakers is crazy. They would have been the last team. I knew Drew Brees. Who else?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where they
am I hearing that Purdue can put out quarterbacks, but Nick Saban can't? Crazy.
No, actually, before you say that,
Mac Jones is in a quarterback battle with Western Kentucky.
I love Jalen, man.
3 Super Bowls.
I love Jalen. That boy had his chance though. That boy had 20. That boy had 21 passes.
Who would you rather have right now? Tua Tagovailoa or Jalen Hurts? Right now,
man, you tripping, bro? You talking about something
right now, bro?
Right
now, though.
In that national championship, bro.
Yeah, he was the better player. Tua was the better player.
No, bro. In that national championship, you played football, bro. You
Tua
think
was
you
the
ripping
better
off
player.
166 passing yards and 3 touchdowns and 1 interception? You think you can do that down 13?
Yo,
13,
listen, I'm not arguing that. Who would you rather have right now, though? Answer that.
You talking about something right now, but right then, I'm fucking with Tua, bro.
Yeah, back then,
he not gonna answer because he know the answer. Jalen Hurts.
But Bama, back then I was rocking with Tua too. I'm not being
nasty. Blood is really one hit away from probably like being a vegetable, bro. Like we just go keep it a beat right now, bro.
You don't have
it ain't no. Oh my God, bro. Y'all niggas over here being crazy, bro. Like this season right here, bro. I know y'all don't fuck with Tua, bro, but
I rock with Tua. I dare rock with Tua.
I'm not gonna have Tua.
Niggas that really fuck with Tua, niggas
rock with Tua. I don't think he better than Jalen Hurts.
I'm really fluent. I'm gonna talk to the OG, bro. That can think about something else besides this motherfucking internet shit. A nigga like me right now, bro. A real 10 toes guy, bro. At the end of the day, me watching the Dolphins, being a Dolphins fan, bro, I'm really watching like, damn, bro, like I want this bro gonna make it a full 17 games. Like, I'm sorry, bro, like because The last time I remember, bro, he was throwing up game. I can't get that out my head. And
No, that shit did look crazy though. It did.
I can't get that out my head. And then on top
crazy.
of it, I watched the Green Bay game, bro. He go from on fire to, bro, it looked like Space Jam. Like they just took his powers. I'm like, bro, what the fuck going on? Come to find out he got a concussion. I said, what the fuck you mean he got a, y'all let him walk out there with another one? Like, bro, y'all is wilding, bro.
Yeah, they did him bogus though.
Wilding, bro. So in
My
my
whole
head,
thing
bro,
is
I really did a research project on these concussions, my nigga. Y'all think this shit is a game, bro. Tua think this shit is a game, bro. Bro, this shit is not a game. Them
It's
type
real
of concussions
life.
he experienced, bro. That's what I'm
Real
sitting
life.
here watching, bro, because he is very talented how he distribute the ball, his anticipation. I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's the strongest arm in the league. He could throw it 1,000,000 yards. Where he wins the game is he understands the play to where how fast he can get rid of the ball. That is really some talent right there. I don't know if a lot of guys understand that, but we talk about all the phases it take to play
Feel better,
quarterback.
Doug.
Getting rid of the ball very fast, bro, in an offense, bro, that's some talent right there, bro. But at the end of the day, what sticks in the back of my head, bro,
Pinky Poo.
them concussions,
Ah,
man.
Pinky
Like,
Poo.
I'm sorry.
All right, Binky, I'll see you later.
To oh, he's going to see Tim. Listen,
Oh shit.
crazy.
Yo, I really can't believe I'm so mad I missed that interaction because I was there when it happened and I just know 100% he just kept that one to himself.
it's getting late, but on another episode, I'll tell you about what happened to a friend of mine. But okay, between 1967 and 1974, Purdue quarterbacks Len Dawson and Bob Greasy.
Oh dang!
I forgot about Len Dawson. I'm not gonna lie.
I've heard the name Bob Greasy actually. I've heard Bob Greasy.
Started 5 and won 3 Super Bowls between that in that 7-year stretch.
Wow.
Now, these guys weren't even, and obviously you know about
Drew
Brees, and you're not going to know about Cecil, Isbell, and Elmer Oliphant because they're from 1939 and 1921, but they also were Purdue quarterback.
Wow.
Purdue since 1920. No one has had more success at the quarterback position than Purdue.
That's crazy, but I'm still not
Purdue
fluent. That is crazy though. That is really crazy. Now
crazy.
I'm more fluent because now I may have that argument in my back pocket one day.
You're more fluent.
But as of today, there's no QBU. No such thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. There's no QB.
Yeah.
Because I watched Matt Leinart, Mark Sanchez all come out of USC, Sam Darnold.
Even looking
J-Rob. J-Rob. But wait, J-Rob.
QB whisperer.
Look at how they looked when they weren't with Pete Carroll.
All right.
Pete Carroll QB whisperer, man. I'm just saying. He got your boy Gino looking. Where you just say Gino in the top 100?
Nah, you already know how I feel about. You already know how I feel about top 10 Gino. So I'm not even gonna go back and forth with y'all.
You're disgusting.
He's number 10. He's number 10.
Hey,
I got him over Kirk Cousins.
Hey,
I'd rather have Gino than Kirk
clearly
Cousins.
Pete Carroll doing something right with quarterback.
Yo, watch what Geno Smith do this season. The numbers about to be
He
crazy.
should. No, I'm not gonna lie. He should.
5,000.
I'm not giving him a
5,000.
cookie for doing something you should do.
All right, good. But he's going to be top 10 because of it. Solidified. No debate.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. My man, hey,
Seahawks
Stetson
definitely
Bennett,
division.
Stetson Bennett and Cooper Kupp might go crazy. I don't know.
All right,
relax. Hey, can I say something right now? Am I crazy? Because I'm really jacking the Panthers as winning a division.
I think yo, Jake, bro.
Trent, I'm jacking it. I'm jacking it. I'm dead jacking it.
That's not ridiculous to say that.
Thank you. The defense they got they got a good running back. They upgraded O-line.
Listen,
it was just one position.
Look, everyone's gonna jump on the Saints because it's the easy one, right? They've got the biggest name at quarterback. Like we know he's not great, but we know who Derek Carr is. They have Alvin Kamara. They have Chris Olave. They have maybe Michael Thomas return. So like they have the most, the people that we know, especially for the casual fan and that sort of thing, right? We know Tampa Bay is going to stink, right? We know they're going to get the number 1 pick. The 2 wild cards in that division, though, are Atlanta and Carolina because we don't know what we have there. We really don't, because you got rookie young quarterbacks, you've got young running backs, you've got guys like you don't know. It takes one injury on let's say the Saints, and I'm not wishing that upon anyone, but it's football. One thing, and one of those teams gets hot, whether it's Carolina, Atlanta. Carolina has as good a chance of winning that division as anybody.
Thank you.
Sure, the Saints are the favorite. Again, I've mentioned why. But let's be honest. Are you putting your trust in Derek Carr led teams?
Come on.
I wouldn't. So anything is possible. The Saints are the favorites, but it's not crazy to say Carolina could go on a run.
And G-Baby, and on top of his point, G-Baby, let's be honest. Can Carolina mess around and be a top 10, top 7 defense with the young talent that they have on that defense? 100%. And my other point is this. I'm telling you, there's another Deebo Samuel coming out in football this year. His name is Laviska Shenault. He is going to have at least 12. He's going to have at least 1,200 minimum all-purpose. I'm telling you, Trent.
I say 15. That's my dog.
I would say Bama. I'm just being. I gave a light number just so
he's just over there being nice, man.
I'm being nice.
And let's remember.
That boy Huncho Visca, bro. That's one of the guys,
Mr.
man.
Stars to the ceiling, man.
I'm gonna read.
Say this one more time. PC Bam episode 1. Go back and rewatch that.
Yeah.
That boy came up in the. Hey, he came up on Player's Choice. First nigga ever to come up on Player's Choice in the Rolls Royce.
That was crazy though.
Visca, dog.
You could see like he was in the car.
You ready for this, J-Rob?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna read you something. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
8-9, 7-10, 7-10, 7-10. That was the Bucks, Carolina, and the Saints Falcons records last year. 8-9. I'll say it again. 7-10, 7-10, 7-10. Think any one of those teams is head and shoulders above any of the other ones after one off season, I don't care who they brought in, is crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That division too close.
Wait. And before G Baby goes, I just want to say this.
Yeah, pile on, Trey. Pile on.
But I know only because I've been consistent in saying this with him and Mookie, the resident Saints fans. Because of what Fluent just pointed out, I said at the beginning of this, I don't think any team in that division wins more than 9 games. And for that reason alone, the Panthers have a great chance of winning that division. Because the staff that they have in place, in terms of getting that young quarterback ready, any of the quarterbacks that would have went there, I would have immediately been like, no.
He's ready right now, Trey.
They're going to be good off rip because you got 3 dudes that are purposely dedicated to making sure they get to the fastest start that you could possibly get to, and they got everything else around them you need. You got a good offensive line. You got enough weapons. None of them are great, but they're not bad.
And again, I'm just.
And you got a Miles Sanders at running back.
And you want to go off, G-Baby. I know you want to go off, but I want to say the Saints are still the favorites. They've got, the best offense, right? I said Kamara, Thomas. I forgot even about Jamal Williams.
Kamara about to be suspended.
Right? They've got a good offense. Yeah, true. Good offensive line. Good defense. They should, on paper, they're the best team in that, I think, in that division. But we know that's not how football works. Every single year, there's a last place team that wins the division the next year. So
your Jaguars went from being the worst team in football to playing Mahomes in the semifinal, brother.
I think we're going to talk about that's going to be a topic tomorrow night on Fluent and Chill. We're going to look at the 8 teams that finished last, and we're going to pick which one's going to finish first.
Go ahead, G Baby.
All right, go ahead.
Try to cook us.
Defend your second favorite team.
Yeah, they are your second favorites right now.
When we signed Derek Carr, I came on this show and I said, "Do not put me in the same category as Mookie." The only thing I said was, I am mildly optimistic because Dennis Allen, and the only reason I was mildly optimistic is because Dennis Allen was there when Derek Carr got drafted. I believe he was there with him for about 2-3 years. There's some familiarity there. He's not Josh McDaniels, even though he's a defensive coach, whatever. Because even our defense ended top 10, and that's with us starting Chris Harris Jr. at corner. Do y'all know, for those of you in the chat who don't know, Chris Harris Jr. was a corner on no-fly zone. That was 8-9 years ago.
Chris Harris Jr. was dumb nice, too. He was dumb
nice.
He
was dumb nice, but that was 9 years ago.
That was a minute ago. Yeah, that was a minute ago.
Chris Harris Jr. playing.
That nigga said 9. God damn.
Man. That was crazy. 9 years ago. Yeah, I was ready.
We still ended as a top 10 defense, and I think we were top 5 against the pass. So I'm not gonna bank on rookies. So Brees and Foskey, and we'll see. But I think with everybody else there, we shouldn't lose this division. And I've said it once, and I'm gonna say it again. If we don't win the division, you know where you can send my bags. You know where my bags are being.
G baby, can I say one more thing though? So with your explanation, right? You said that Allen, he was there when Derek Carr got drafted, and you know who else had that logic last year? Arthur Smith, when he brought in Marcus Mariota to come help save the Falcons. He knew him from before. He was there when he got drafted.
You want to know the difference?
I'm just saying. We see. Hey, all I'm saying is we seen this story before.
Hey, you're right. And you want to know the difference? Marcus Mariota is Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. But Derek Carr, not Derek Carr.
And he's way better than Marcus Mariota.
How much is way better?
Is he though?
Stop, J-Rob.
How much? Wait. How much is way better? If let's just say that Marcus Mariota is a 75, what is Derek Carr?
First of all, Marcus Mariota.
Fucking 78.
If Marcus Mariota is a 75, what is Derek Carr, G baby?
J-Rob,
78, bro.
I want to hear a number. I'm
gonna give you a number, J-Rob. Because I can agree that Derek Carr is a 78. Marcus Mariota's like a 59, bro. We're not doing.
Oh my god.
We are not that far away.
69. You can give him a freak body.
At least a 69 or something. You could
at least give him a freak body.
No,
I don't know. I feel like I remember being around the Oakland Raiders and like people saying we should be starting Mariota over Carr.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate you, Floyd.
Yo, Derek Carr is really like a 75, bro, and Mariota might be a 60.
Hey, what y'all talking about right now? What y'all talking about right now is like trying to distinguish the smoking between a Cool and a Newport right now. This ain't
like,
even
honestly,
no weed.
G baby.
This
like,
ain't even weed.
Like honestly, I don't really feel like
I
don't even know if Derek Carr the best quarterback on his own roster. Because I honestly feel like if Jameis Winston didn't get hurt, we would be having a different conversation.
Is he still
if he didn't break his back, I'm just saying I don't really know if Derek Carr is better.
Before he broke his back, he was going back to old James, bro. I'm not trying to.
Yo.
You know what? That's why I said.
Am I nasty?
You know what? That's why I said I am mildly optimistic because, like I said, I'm not gonna give you a cookie for doing something we supposed to do. I'll get hyped if we win a playoff game.
Like, bro, just go get
win a playoff game.
Like, bro, just go get Tyrod. I don't understand. Go get Tyrod Taylor to do what Derek Carr do. Like,
I said, I'll get hyped if we do that. Because I think most likely we're going to be the 4th seed, man. Unless the NFC South, unless the NFC North is just like they win by the skin of their teeth, I think we're going to be a 4th seed. Because I think we're winning like 10, 11.
Let me look at y'all.
So I think we're going to be. It's like top 5 easy. It's like top 5 easy.
As the 4 seed.
Look at that schedule.
We would most likely play either the Cowboys.
They're going 0-3 to start the season.
You're gonna go against the best. You're gonna go against the.
Going 0-3 to start the season.
No, we're not. Bro, are we looking at preseason, J-Rob?
There ain't no Gophers out there.
Y'all losing to the Titans week 1.
You're going up against
y'all losing to the Panthers at prime time.
Is that at home or is that away?
That's at Carolina. And y'all losing to the Packers at Lambeau.
No, we're not losing to the Packers.
Guys.
I'm not a believer.
I'm not a believer. G-Baby. If they're the 4th seed, they're going up against the best team
that didn't win the division.
Who didn't win their division.
EFX.
They're not. Okay, so let's.
So I said I'll get hyped if we do because what you're about to tell me, Fluid.
Because if you guys,
I agree.
Is San Francisco winning the West? Let's just say
yes,
San Francisco.
Yes. It's most likely going to be the Cowboys.
This is the game where he's going to pack his bags. He's going to pack his bags.
The Eagles.
He's going to pack his bags when they face us and they're going to lose. That's the day he's going to pack his
Eagles win the East. The Eagles win the East. And then you got let's say Detroit. I'll go Detroit winning the North. Okay.
We're most likely playing the Cowboys or the Vikings as that 5.
So you're playing the Cowboys or the Vikings. You're getting or maybe the Giants. You're getting smoked.
We're not getting. First of all, we're not getting smoked by the Giants.
Darren Waller
Second of
going for
all,
No,
150.
actually like the Giants over y'all. I actually like the Giants over y'all, bro.
Darren Waller going for 150.
You are getting smoked.
Hey, so look, you know,
The top 3 teams in the NFC East are dead better than y'all, bro. All 3 of them. All 3 of
the
those
Giants are better. The Giants are better.
and I don't even.
You say that with a straight face, J-Rob.
I say that with a straight face. Because I
That's
don't really feel the same way about the Saints that other people do. I think they're one of the more overrated franchises, bro. They get a lot of cop-outs. I'm not feeling them. I would take the Giants over them. I'm taking the Cowboys and the Eagles, clearly. I'm taking the Panthers over them.
What Chilltown say?
Seahawks.
The Saints are the good-looking ugly shit?
Yes, bro. That's exactly what they are.
So what are the Giants? They just straight ugly.
The lights.
They look better than y'all.
Now the Giants is just a joint that holds you down. You know, she's not the prettiest, but you know, she do the things that you're supposed to do. You know, she holds you down. She cooks. She picks you up. She's always gonna be there for you. You know, she's loyal.
So
she's the loyal chick. You know, she don't gotta be the bad.
J-Rob, weren't you the same one talking about
Unlike your fandom for the Saints.
Yeah, you picking and choosing right now.
I'm picking and choosing right now. I'm picking and choosing. Yeah, I'm picking
all
and choosing
all
right
I'm
now.
All I'm gonna say. That's why I said I'm mildly optimistic. I don't think we're gonna win a playoff game. I just expect us to win our division. We win our division. Hey, cool. We did what we were supposed to do. We good. I'm out. Like we chilling. If they don't win the division,
they're not
I'm gone.
Yeah, no. G baby, this ain't. And the reason why I got this Saints hate, it ain't really for you, bro. You know who it's really for.
Yeah, we know who
it's for. That it's for a rated R superstar. Because when they suck, I gotta hear what he gotta say. I want to hear the please.
You know what, J-Rob?
I want to hear the please he's gonna cop. I want to hear the please he's gonna cop.
Trent is my number 1 op, and when the Giants suck, I want to hear what he got to say. So
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Trent, I'm not gonna lie though. Don't sleep on them commandos.
Sam Howell, bro.
Sam Howell, and that Commanders defense is nice. And I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny though. I'm not being funny.
No, you didn't hear last year, bro.
Nah, that defense in Washington is all right, bro.
Wait. G-Bay, you're not gonna say that y'all wasn't doing the same thing last year?
Sam Howell.
Okay, you talking about Taylor Heineke? Worse, above.
Yeah, because Taylor Heineke, every time he got in, they was winning.
Oh wait, but hold on, wait. Aren't you saying say wins and losses not a QB stat? Why are you doing?
I didn't say it was. I'm not saying Taylor Heineke. He's great.
Every time they're playing, they're winning games.
No, but he. When I say that, Trent. Okay, so this is where you get it confused. I thought about this the other day. The reason where you get me confused when I bring up like, every time he's in there, they win. I'm talking about how they play harder. He's the guy they look at. It's the same thing that happened with Jimmy G when Trey Lance first got there. What did they all do? They went to Kyle Shanahan and said, hey, Jimmy G is the guy we want. He's our guy. They play for certain guys, even though they might not be good. And we always talk about, at least when Taylor Heineke's the quarterback, you know he gonna feed his weapons. You know Terry McLaurin getting the ball. Taylor Heineke, it's not a coincidence. No, wait, Trent. No, but wait, Trent. It's not a coincidence that when Taylor Heineke was in, they was winning games. The second they took him out, they didn't win another one.
Look, I'll say this.
And then they put him back in. And I think you only have one loss.
I'll say this. I'm not going to be surprised if we make it. I'm not going to be surprised if we miss or make it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying nobody was talking about. I think Sam Howell is better than every quarterback.
I can't lie to you, bro. I pray for y'all. I really, really pray for y'all. Do not let Daniel Jones have a really good year.
What is a really good year?
No. It doesn't matter.
So if he does the same thing last year, 15-5, you think that's a good year?
No, that's not a good year because you got upgrade.
Okay, cool.
I'm talking about, bro. If he, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. If he just plays really good, y'all go, yeah.
4 bands, probably about 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
4 bands.
I think he can get. I think he
can bands.
I think he can get 20. Exactly. I think he get 28 TDs, 9 picks. He can get close to 4 bands, and he can rush for again another 600, 700.
Look, the only
you gonna have 4,700 all-purpose yards? That's what we saying right
now. Wait. Before we even go any further in this conversation, the only reason why he didn't get that last year was because if you go watch the tape, there were shots that were there to be had, and he did not take them. What's going to make or break the Giants' season is Daniel Jones
rock downfield.
Is Daniel Jones confident enough to stand in the pocket, see the shots that Brian Daboll is scheming up for him?
Bro, we have 12, bro. Trey, we have 12. You know how you've been looking at camp. All he has to do, I swear to God, all Darren Waller has to do is stay healthy. That's all he got to do.
Hey, in the words of Fluent,
so he ain't top 3 tight end in the league. Hey, I told you.
No, it's not. No, it's
I
not.
think Darren Waller top 3. Hold on, Trent. Hold on, Trent. Can you give me my respect? Wait, Trent. Remember when I been told you I thought Darren Waller was top 3?
Hey, y'all gonna look, J-Rob, you gonna see the interview soon.
But then I been told y'all he was top 3.
Look,
but now you seeing it every day. You like, damn.
J-Rob, look, I'm saying, look, y'all gonna see the interview with me and Darren. Real cool dude. Real
Trent, because you my oof.
I can't wait to see that interview.
Because you my oof, I hope he pan out. But because you are also my number one op, I hope y'all go 3 and 4 too.
Even like Bama, J-Rob.
That's crazy.
I'm saying like
Bama,
J-Rob, Fluent. Like I'm gonna let them rock. Like for you.
I just want to see
Danny have a good year, bro.
compared to Daniel Jones.
Wait. Pause. So because of me, J-Rob the one that said him and Mariota do the same thing.
He's a troll. J-Rob's a troll when anything comes
I am trolling. I am trolling a little bit.
Okay, we're just
Danny Dimes did. I will say this. I give Danny Dimes a lot of heat in the Telegram. But I will say this.
He did Danny in fantasy.
He did impress the hell out of me against them Vikings. And I will always give him that credit because that Vikings game I was impressed in the playoffs.
I mean, he didn't have a good game.
But Trent though, I'm not losing my sleep over that because I still can't get down with 15 TD passes, baby. And with that being said, I just need to see more. I see the ability, but I gotta see a real season out of Daniel Jones. I don't want to see 15 and 11 or whatever that is. I don't want to see 15 and 5. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I didn't see I want to see some more I'm cool with. Can I get I'm gonna say, can I get 30 total touchdowns? So you can get the other
one on the ground.
Can you get maybe give me 28? Can I get 28 total touchdowns from Daniel?
I can see that
next year.
I need at least 30.
Just like with Lamar Jackson. Just like with Lamar Jackson. I need 4K this year.
I'm not even going to buy, but I definitely need 20. I need at least minimum 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, I feel like that's
like
Gerald. Do you think like Lamar he should get 4K this year? Like this time he should ever.
Bro, I think in terms of total, in terms of passing, you can have that 4,000. But I think in terms of total offense, Lamar could be damn near pushing 5,500.
I was just about to say
total yards of offense between what he's going to do on the ground.
Playing with that boy L. Jack, boy Kodak.
5,500 is crazy in the league. In the NFL, in the league, 5,500 total.
And that's just on the humble. That just cut the cups off. That just cut the cups off, nigga. What y'all talking about?
So real quick, hold on.
5,500 yards is not.
Let you go.
Real quick, because we do got to wrap up. I don't know if Dub ever got this super chat off, but it was for Dub. He said J-Rob set you up.
Nah,
set you up, Dub. You know about that spot?
I don't know. None about no Tim. I never met Tim. I think Tim is probably a lovely lady, but never met him.
And also, too, from Angie Carr, y'all knew every Heisman trophy is actually an Auburn trophy. Heisman coach for the Tigers, so even when a Bama player wins, they lose. #war.
Angie, I want to be the first to tell you go to hell.
And on that note,
say some ignorant shit like that.
And on that note, appreciate.
Hey, I'm playing Among Us on the stream, y'all. If you want to pull up,
facts, pull up. But J-Rob, stay real quick. Stay real quick.
Also, too, acknowledge your tribal chief, man, Jay Uso.
Everybody can pull up
this Saturday.
Please don't come.
I also got one question too. Flu, bro, you gonna come to PC2, man? Come on, bro. You gotta come to PC2.
PC2, it depends when it is, as long as it's not. Listen, I told you, PC1 was on Mrs. Fluent's birthday, and that's the priority.
Hey, but everybody's birthday was this weekend, man.
Nah, because Chill was 100, man. So
Chill was 100, Flu. Yeah,
I know me.
I love me and Chill, yo.
You guys forget me and Chill did that. You guys didn't even. Nobody watched the damn episode. We did a couple episodes. We hung out in Tampa last year on a yacht. And recorded a couple episodes. Too bad none of y'all watched it. Yes, I know.
On the yacht, way to flex on us.
I'm just saying.
It smells like broke people in the chat.
That's crazy. Y'all be easy, man. Like the video on your way out. Y'all be easy.
Y'all be good.